significant. I believe. My face is on fire. Oh God. Yes. I don't need makeup. I wear it because look how red my face goes. The heating was up full blast. The window was shut up until recently. I've now got an electric blanket on, so yes, my face is red. We'll just deal with it. I did not want to, but you know what? Wait a minute, let's check the volumes on. I'm rusty. I wear it because look how. So yeah, it's weird when I haven't been here for like a week or something. Yeah, I can't explain it, but sometimes when I'm not got makeup on, it's like they don't want me to have it on. And I do get it. It's like my frequency is more pure when I've not got all that shit on my face, but I love all that shit. Just saying. But um but yeah, yeah. Honestly, sometimes there can be some it's not I say this all the time, but it doesn't seem to be in the last wee while, does it? Because I'm like live every day and then I usually do have my makeup on, but not all the time. But yeah. When I was doing the hand ones, like that's what I miss about, yeah. So and actually I usually do so yeah, I'll be very on camera for the next sort of month because it's Aries season and then I won't be as much in May. I don't like May. Not all of it, but just I don't like quite a lot of it. And then yeah, like I go with the moons, I go where the sun is too. I'll go inwards a little bit and then I'll come out again. But anyway, we're outwards right now. But so sorry I'm a bit later than I meant to be. Oh my God, this is the first time I've used this electric blanket. It is doing the job. But it might be, it might get a little bit too toasty in here. But yeah, I was just trying to decide, do I do mediumship Monday just now, or do I start with Virgo as planned? And then I was going to do, and then, yeah, because I was going to do Virgo and then mediumship Monday. And then I was like, in case it's one of these mediumship Mondays where it's like 8 hours or something, I think it's better it's on mediumship Monday rather than on the Virgo one. But I mean, it has happened before, so. But yeah, but I'm a wee bit tired because I got my 10,000 steps in today, so if you didn't mind, I'd rather not sit for 8 hours and 10 hours total kind of thing. But if we have to, we have to. If basically if that ends up happening, it's not a big deal because I'm just chilling with my wee doggy pal tomorrow, and as long as I get her out for a walk, it's all good. And then I'll be back. Right, let's just get because nobody's here. Let's get the. And I often like see when I'm later like that, it's because there's nobody around until round about now. Even like 9 really, because it's like if you're in another part of the world, it's just past 20 past 8 just now, and I tend to find like people don't really start showing up until 9, and sometimes even later. That's why I end up sitting till like fucking 4 in the morning and shit. Right, so I just need to fit. Oh my God, that's the usual. That's not going to fit in. Take all the emojis out. And I hope everyone's well. I missed you. Um, I'm singing, I'm singing a song that's on American Pie because I caught it just before, and that's why I put it in the title. But what was really weird was, so it was like that song that's like, 'cause I'm in too deep and I'm trying to on a dynamite instead of going under. Again, if you're a certain age, or even if you're younger and you've seen it, um, everyone will know that from American Pie. But um. Then what was weird was because I was like getting it on, so that I can put the bits in now, like on this channel. I saw my shorts that just got released, like right when I was getting ready. And and I actually said in too deep on that too. So that's kind of weird that I literally just got that song and then that's on the shorts for tomorrow because I always do it for the day before. When I say, and remember, if you're new, if I say today, tomorrow, blah, 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 it's timeless anyway. Jailhouse Rock just came on. Okay, let's not even. I love that. I love Elvis. I'm not like a massive Elvis song, but I do love it. It was, I like that one. But anyway, there's somebody could be in the fucking jail. How's what jailhouse rock? Fuck hell. This is quite a story that's coming on. But right, so I can't fit all this in. I cannot fit all this in. Wait a minute, and also my cousin just texted me right so that's funny. Um right, okay, so I'm just laughing at what I just said. Right, okay, so oh my God, I can't fit that in. It's always the same problem. Uh, don't need all these emojis. Oh, thanks whoever's doing that. Loving whoever's hitting the hearts. I appreciate that shit. Because when you're sitting and you need to get some energy, I feel it. I'm feeling the love. Um, I can't. There's just too many emojis. There's no need for all of these. Wait a minute. I've been guided to put in the 30-minute one today. Now I never normally bother with that. Oh, we need to delete one more thing. But that must mean somebody wants that. Or, you know what I mean? Maybe people I think it's because I'm doing the Mediumship Monday one afterwards. Rod Stewart's sailing's on. We are sailing, or is it I am we are sailing. Right, okay, I can't sing that clearly, but um right, so for everyone that's here all the time, the hashtag oldies, or if you're new, basically I'll do them at the end, and that's probably going to be at least 90 minutes away, if not 2 hours. But I can do a 5 minute message, I can do a 15-minute message, or I can do a 30-minute message. Like I said, I usually don't bother putting the 30-minute one in, but I did today. Um, and I suppose it's because when I'm doing the mediumship after this, 30 minutes is really nothing, do you know what I mean? But it's kind of like I would feel if you did want that, it makes sense that it would be more than likely that I will pick up on your loved one in spirit. And it's just basically it's like a cheaper way of getting that than booking a private session. But I must stress, don't think that if you book that they're definitely going to come through. It could be that it's just 30 minutes of messages from your guides and well God and channeling and stuff, but most of the time I'd say if someone done that they would work with it. Um but because that actually can happen. It doesn't need to be a Monday. Like the loved ones in spirit can come in whenever, but it's just when it's on a Monday it ups the chances because it's my boundaries. Do you know what I'm saying? Not that the spirit world really pay attention to my boundaries. So and if you're new around here, that's because I am a medium, yes, but I'm also a shaman. And God and the guides literally just speak through me. And like I say all the time, not everybody is a medium and a shaman. And even when people are a medium and a shaman, not everyone's the type of shaman where they talk through you like that. So not everyone's the type of medium where they talk through you like that either. But um, right, let's and quite frankly, nobody else is me. There is only one me, there is only one you. That's what Aries is about. Own it. Um, right, 2 hours. And will we put something decent in this bit? I always try to do nice things, like I want to do things for free, and it gives me a row. You cannot offer things of monetary value. It's like, well, why do you let me write it sometimes and other times you don't then? Um, I know, I've got a good one, but it still might. I will. Oh no, but because it's got that word. Right, I'm going to. If you could see through. Wait a minute. I need to kind of. I need to beat the system. If this happens, I will quite frankly be flabbergasted, but I will celebrate. And I might actually sit until like 6 in the morning tomorrow because I'll be so happy. If you click here, you'll get what I mean because we never reach the goal. Oh, right. Um, but I'm grateful for whatever we do because it's all just fun using all the bits and bobs and the gadgets. In truth, it would be better if you actually booked a session than these wee bits and bobs. But no, it does all add up and stuff. Right, why is that not work? Sorry, I'm later because I was filming tomorrow's video and it was actually an hour. And it's oh, I'm just gonna have to deal with that tomorrow. I'll have to turn this off actually because it's uh oh, I don't know. Nah, I'll sort that out. It'll take too long. Um yeah, it was intense and what I always feel is really intense is when there's a link between the shorts and the longer live streams and the videos. Now remember, I've kind of moved away from doing those videos on their own, like, but that is what YouTube's about after all. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I will just do like my, Divine Masculine Tuesday one as a video and the Divine Feminine Venus one, like I normally do. I haven't done it for about a month on the Friday, and at least there's at least two videos. So just if you like them, just remember to watch them because hardly anyone watches them, so it was getting pointless. And then I actually forgot. I don't think I forgot. I think it was because I was ill, and then I feel like I forgot though. Maybe I done them live. I don't know. But anyway, I've done the one for tomorrow, and it feels like because it was needed, and it was because like I said, that shorts that I just caught for tomorrow, but it could be whenever, is I forgot now. But it's just basically carrying on. The what basically actually, more importantly, the one that I'd filmed for tonight, which remember I filmed weeks ago, was false twin flame intense change. Now, to me, that card means a lot of things, right? It can just mean what it says in the tin. Someone thought someone was their twin flame. It's not. And usually when you're realizing who someone isn't, sometimes you're realizing who the real one is. And in some horrible cases, somebody has mixed the two up and, vilified the real one and like fell for the other one's victim mode. I've helped loads of people where that happens all the time because that's what people do. They cast illusions, which again, remember, spells, black magic is just manipulation. So it's somebody that can turn on the tears or put a good act on. Blah 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 blah. We all know this, just in case someone's new. Um, but um. Yeah, I can't remember now. That's funny. I can't even remember what it said, but I said something. Oh, yeah, it was just dramatic. Like, I said, like, this person got in too deep, and it was cards, like, out of that big deck. These ones. Actually, let's just get one now, and then I can get the thumbnail. So, and I don't know if it's going to be the same ones, but oh my God. Well, maybe that's why they wanted me. Look at this. Blush, my cheeks blushing. I don't like reading that one out, but that would be funny if I put that as a thumbnail. It is Aries season, it is passion. That's funny. But no, that's not the one that was on the shorts. Um, good Lord. Starting off strong. I've been through hell and back. Yeah, that feels more fitting with the shorts that I just watched. Um, but yeah, there's a theme. There is a theme. And so if I don't know if anyone watched the Leo one, because like I said, I filmed him like I said 2 weeks ago. I think only well no, I suppose it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, because I filmed it a week in advance. Yeah, I did film 2 weeks ago. So yeah. I filmed Leo and I filmed Gemini. Gemini's not got as many views because I didn't clip it, so I probably will make a point of watching that and clip it because I nearly fucking fell off my bed when I looked at it's like this is I'm just too honest, but I mean that's me. Like one of the shorts had like 2,700. I was like, I don't think I've ever had something get that much. But the problem is when it's a shorts, it doesn't really mean fuck all. If it was a video or a live, on the other hand, that would be a big deal. I would probably be like, I'm scared. But yeah, it was a shorts. I've definitely had shorts at like the 1,000 and 2,000 before, but it was still, I was like, whoa, I wonder. It's just, that's just YouTube for you. That's what I find exciting about it. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but maybe it was because it was in a Leo moon and I've got a Leo midheaven and there was a bit of Leo being seen action going on. I don't fucking know, but whatever. So, but what I do know is both of them were very dramatic, very toxic. I, like, if we could please just not have the Jezebel card tonight, I would really be grateful. Come on. But the thing is, do you know what I think though? I think if we do get the Jezebel card or any of the really dark ones, I feel it's more talking about past situations than present. But the thing is, it will still be some people's presents too. But we're not talking about presents as gifts, present moment, because I don't think it's fun ones. Um, but and hopefully I pray to God it's nobody's future. But the point in me doing this is it's omens, you know. With me being a seer, it's like I read the past, present, and future. So if any of it rings true and you're still in this, it's a warning, you know, not to get in too deep, you know what I mean? So but yeah. So anyway, this is for Virgo in the sixth house. So if you've not seen me do this before, I do it a little bit different because, like I said, I like to be different from everyone else. I don't like to be the same as everyone else. So, um, you've all got Virgo somewhere. You've all got a sixth house somewhere. The sixth house and Virgo energy is like health, healing, well-being, your everyday ritual routine, your work. If you don't work, it's just what do you do every day. Um, it's discernment, it's integrity, it is hard work. And like I put in the post, like I know all about this energy because my Aries sun sign sits in the house of Virgo. So that is why I am very active every day. So it doesn't mean I'm live every day. I've tried that on and off over the years. I don't like doing that, to be honest. I don't mind like, one on, one off, like what I do in this way. But I can't, yeah, it's too taxing. Um, but like I was saying, my work around that is that I film the shorts in advance, so there's a shorts every day, but it doesn't mean I need to like do the shorts every day. So that's always worked for me, even on on Instagram. I used to do like that too. Right, so let's get a card. What is this going to be about? So I've put in the title, but I'm going to change the title after. Um, Someone got in too deep in a karmic situ and healing. So what I mean by that is just with the synchronicities I've said about that song, I feel somebody got in too deep in a karmic situation. Oh my God, I hope it's not something to do. Sorry, I'm just sorry for laughing, but I'm just like fucking Jailhouse Rock came on too. So shit, I mean, we've not had one. I think I had one like that once before, but holy fuck, it could be something like that. Because Jailhouse Rock came on. Someone could have got in too deep in a karmic situation. That certainly would be too deep. So I'm praying for you if that was you or your person. But I mean, let's not make assumption. But good Lord. Um, right. So I mean, it wouldn't be that strange with me because again, I'm here to deliver people from evil. So it doesn't need to be literal jail, but it could be like you feel trapped in a karmic situation. That would probably make sense for the majority, but I mean, it could be literal jail for some people. Right. What else? Yeah, so just listen because you've, like I said, you've all got, if you know your chart well, then you know where your Virgo is and all that, but, or you know what's in your sixth house. But it's Mercury energy as well, and um, it just generally, the way that I channel, it can really be anyone's message. So I just do it that way because I was guided to it. And also, can I just say this is the penultimate one because I'm going to do Virgo in the sixth house and then I'm going to have a break tomorrow, my wee doggy pal. And then I'm gonna I saw a little cute sausage dog on the beach today. It was like honestly, it was like me and my mum were walking it. She was like, "That looks like a happy wee dog," and it did. It looked really fucking happy. On the way when we walked past it, when I walked past it again, it came up to me. I was like, "Oh my God, I just love wee tiny doggies. I love them." One day I need to get one, but I'm quite glad I don't have one on the days when it's like, holy fuck, you know, when it's like really bad weather and you're like, I would have had to be going out in that quite a few times, and that's when I'm glad that I don't have one. But I'm sure you would get over that. You would get over it for a wee pal. Right, okay, so, um, but because she's here like at least once a week, sometimes more, it's really like it's like the best. It's like having a dog without having a dog. Um, what else do I need to say? Oh yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday to do Libra in the seventh house, which is Union. And it's funny, I don't stop at Libra. Basically, that's the last one. So I know that might be, but that's the last one. So I won't pick up with Scorpio in the eighth house, maybe even for as long as 2 or 3 months, because I need a break from this. It's like so much fucking energy and it's really toxic. And it's like, that's why I'm glad to have just had that week's break. And hopefully, when I come back after, hopefully, it's fucking nicer messages. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I don't think that's too much to ask. I feel we could all be in a higher timeline. And I don't need to pick up on all these fucking ho-hos and Jezebels, which not everyone is, by the way, can I just say, but it's just, it's just a lot of dark energy that comes through. Um, and yeah, but this the strong theme for like now for a lot of people I would say is getting out of a karmic situation. So the karmic situation can be leaving a romantic situation. It can be putting your foot down and boundaries up with family. That feels very strong just now. Or telling busybody friends where to go. You're not a pal, fuck off. I don't want your advice. See you later. Don't know why I said it like that. Maybe someone's said it like that, or you need to, like, you've not got my back. Do one. I know why I'm saying that. This is really weird. So, again, I said this in the video that I'm going to put out tomorrow, but so, oh, the drugs don't work just came on. Oh my God, this is getting a bit. I mean, I can sort of see it's like this is Virgo's about healing. So, yeah, maybe somebody has an addiction or had an addiction. God, this is one of these ones where I'm like, could I pass this on to one of the other divine messengers? This seems a bit, but no, I'm a medium and a shaman that gets the taboo stuff, so we better just, but um, yeah, so I think that's it really. That I'm only just for those of you that, well, whether you like this or especially if you don't like it, I'm not going to be going straight on and doing another round. And I don't usually. I usually need at least a month off, but I think it's going to be longer than a month for these ones. So basically, what I'll do is I'll just do live streams, just see whatever comes through. Or, well, it'll always be around astrology. But I've had something that I've wanted to do for quite a while, actually, and I think it's about fucking time. So, and actually, it's quite funny. I'm going to do it around my birthday. But that wasn't because it was my birthday. It was because it's a new moon the day before my birthday. So it's time. It's time. Because what I noticed about this year is, I said this before, but the new moon in Aries is exactly on my sun, and the full moon in Sag is exactly on my moon, and I've never noticed that before. So I'm like, oh, this feels quite meaningful. Uh, so yeah, right. What is going to be relevant to this? I'm sure there was other things I'm forgetting to say, but whatever. Come on, peoples, gather. Come on, gather. I need to pick up on energy. I centered my world so much around you that I got totally freaked out. Now, how does that fit with people that haven't seen their person for years or decades? Well, it wouldn't fit if, well, actually, I know the two ways, right? So, because that's quite funny, I usually do know what that means. What this means is, so say you are one of those people, if you've not seen this person for years or even longer, it's like you don't need to have been in this person's physical life, like how much they think about you is freaking them out, like currently or in the past, and they've like ran into things. Oh yeah, I think that's what like they've got into something else to escape that feeling, and they've got in too deep in the karmic situation. I think that is probably what this is meaning. But if you were in this person's life and possibly like quite codependent with each other, like knowing that you weren't meant to be in a relationship or hooking up or even friends with this person, if whatever. Now it's quite interesting. I'm just thinking about the fact that the drugs don't work as on right now. Like, yeah, I think that could be for some of you where it's like you've not had a good effect on each other because say you've both got a drink problem or you've both got a drug problem or something like that. It's like you're pulling each other down. Now I know that won't be loads of people, but actually, I mean, I've had loads of client sessions where that would make sense. So, um, but yeah, I feel so. Just take it as it resonates. But I feel this is the masculine saying either in the past or now, um, my thoughts were being consumed of you, and it was freaking me out. Hmm. I already like this. It's different kind of vibe. Right, what else? I'm terrified that you're moving on from me and I can't. Oh, that's weird. That's similar to what I picked up tomorrow. I'm terrified that you're moving on from me and I can't bottle up my emotions any longer. So, yeah, I feel this is what it's going to be. I feel someone has been freaked out by how much they were thinking about you, right? So it's either just in general you hadn't seen each other for ages, but they're thinking about you loads, and it's like this is freaky. I need to just fucking escape it. I need to escape into addictions, or I need to escape into another person, or I just need to escape into different people, like whenever to like escape this. It's freaking me out. But now it's like now the suppressed emotions are jumping up, and it's like people can't bottle up their emotions, and also this person can't hide like how terrified they are that you're moving on from them. So that yeah, this is quite the collective, isn't it? It's like somebody ran away from the connection because it freaked them out. But now the feelings that this is so funny because I watched Inside Out. Sorry, it's not. I'll tell you why it's funny. I watched Inside Out too when I was at my cousin's, and like, oh, it was just. I've wanted to see it, right? Because I love Inside Out. Well, I always say that Inside Out taught me more than my counselling training. Like, because if you watch it properly, like it really does teach you a lot about feelings. Um and but there's a funny bit in it, and that's why I wanted to see it anyway, but the clip that I saw is just as funny when you watch the whole film. And it's because they get put in a jar and they're like, oh my God, we're suppressed emotions. Do you know what I mean? Just like because I talk about that all the time. I did find it quite funny. But yes, if you want a little education on what suppressed emotions are, repressed, because to be honest, I'm a counsellor and a healer, but sometimes I get those two mixed up too. But it's quite a good example of it. Do you know what I mean? I'll just put these feelings in a jar and I'll put that in a shelf and I'm not going to face it maybe ever. But it doesn't work like that, guys. It all comes up to the surface at some point. But some people can, man, women, some people can. Yeah, I know it happens. Some people can just quite easily get on with their life into old age and, die a death and they have not done anything about it. So, I pray that that's nobody out there because that's kind of miserable. But yeah, look, if I show you my feelings, you might go off me. Whoever you are, you're very mistaken. I don't, if I show you my feelings, you might go off me. More like not showing someone your feelings is going to put them off. If I show you my feelings, you might go off me. So that is clearly somebody's limit in belief. Because on what planet is that going to be? Could we have a round of, could people, all the people in the chat right now, only joking, nobody's talking, but like, could you tell me, would you go off somebody if they showed you their feelings? The thing is, though, that I get it because some toxic women or men that are just wanting to get a leg over, or you wanting to get under someone, on top of someone, over them, whatever, whatever. It's kind of like, yeah, they would go off you because it's like, whoa, hey, this wasn't meant to be about feelings. This was just sex. So maybe that's what I don't know, but yes. Anyway, so I don't think any of these are the thumbnail yet. Let's. If I keep drinking that water, I'm going to need to go for a pee. This was not part of the plan. Right, okay, let's hurry up, Claire. You're going too slow. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself, but so somebody might feel like they're taking a long time or something and might be not talking very nice to themselves. Although, I mean, I could have spoke even worse to myself, but it's like, does feel like it's taking ages. Right, let's see. So in the this is a bit of a weird deck to pick up for this, but let's just go with it. So in the past, mm, no. Identify the feminine with these cards. So that feminine meaning male or female, or this can also be the masculine's feminine side, your feelings, especially because that went on about feelings, your receptive energy. Identify the divine feminine. Oh, whoa! Holy wow. Right. That, sorry, I'm being so extra right now, but sorry, not sorry. I love how they do that. It doesn't matter what. Now, people that have been watching me for 11 years this year, right, started on Facebook and started from the bottom, now we're here. And we're still kind of at the bottom because it's growing very small. It's growing very slowly, but it's growing at the pace it's meant to. And like I said, if it goes really quickly, I'll be like, ah. But yeah, this was the right deck because look what it says. Love it. You are a powerful light worker. Don't like the word light worker. It does my tits in. I would change it to light warrior. But in truth, I am a light worker, okay? I own it. I am a light warrior too. I prefer light warrior, okay? It's okay if you like light worker. It's okay because I'm one too. I just don't like the word. It's like because again, people that have been here for ages will be like, "Oh my God, she's going to say it again," because I get bored of myself. But it's true. I cannot stand love and light. I just can't. I've never liked it. I've said that from the very start. I just can't fucking stand it. And I know some of you say it and you're genuine and some other lovely people on YouTube and other platforms say it and they're genuine. But there's so many people that say love and like passive aggressively. I've had that done to me so many. It was in Facebook groups. It used to happen all the time. Someone would be an absolute see you next Tuesday to you, and then they'd be like love and light, and you'd be like, it's like somebody like oh you look nice today, and then fucking slapping you walking off. Do you know what I mean? It's like. So that's, I know it's weird, but that's how I associate love and light. It's like, but I can tell, but what I mean is I can tell, people like that. I can tell when it's genuine love and light and when it's one of the kind of, you know what I mean, a slap around the bus. But anyway, so the feminine is a powerful light worker. You're not just a light worker, you are a powerful light worker or light warrior. But also masculine, you are also a powerful light worker or light warrior. It is safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings great blessings and loving service to the divine. Wow, that needs to go on the thumbnail, as much as I don't like that word, because I'm saying wow because I love it how whenever that's what I do love about when I'm doing the signs. Virgo is about being of service, right? So anyone that is a Virgo, Sun, Moon, rising or has a heavy sixth house like myself, right? Um, you will be a light worker, light warrior. You know what I mean? Like you're here to be of service, and it's there's not always a lot of thanks in it as well. You know what I mean? Because although I know, like, and this, by the way, it's so weird as well. I always go on this rant. They always make me go on this rant in the Virgo one, but anyway, we'll just go with it. But yeah, you know what I mean? It can be putting in a lot of hard work, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and not getting a lot of return. Like, it's like sometimes I'm doing this and I haven't had a booking for fucking ages. But then usually it's like a bus, they all come at once, you know what I mean? Especially when I've had a holiday. Because there was a few people that had emailed about booking a session while I've been out. I'm like, that's so funny. You take a day off or a week off and it's like all these people come. But but yeah, I feel like if you're the divine feminine, male or female, I feel you are like myself and you've already been out here doing this work for a long time, or it might have only been like a few years, or you might just be really called to this work now. And again, I say it like that because I say this before, but like so many times I've caught people over the years and they always talk to you like you're new to this or you're about to step into it. And it's annoying when you actually have been doing it longer than the person channeling the message or something. Like sometimes that's been the case, or like or just just genuine, even if they've been doing it longer, like just why do they always say it? Like, why do people always say it? Like, you're new to this, when that's not the case for everyone. It is for some. But again, that might just be that's the main collect, the majority of the collective that that person's speaking to. But anyway, so that's why I always like to acknowledge that because I do speak to loads of, like, I have clients that are other mediums, healers, shamans, what other names I'm not saying, you know what I mean? And it's people that have been doing it the same amount of time or longer than me. And obviously some are less and some are people I've mentored and stuff. So, um, but hello, God, Katie. Like that, see because I had a bloody week off. I'm fucking that's really testing my memory. But um yeah, but I also feel that this is because if you think about the words, this is the masculine's feelings. It is safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings great blessings and loving service to the divine. So I really do feel it's a lot of the divine masculine, male and females that you're being called up to service. You know what I mean? It's like light warriors assemble. It's like if I use that. Oh, I don't know where it is, but I wouldn't be surprised if like Commander Ashtar or something came out. Um, what's going on here? Sorry. I basically like I was going to put my fancy, my fancy hairdo that isn't really fancy, the one that I just, you know, do the little thing where I found it on a shorts and it looks kind of fancy because everybody, whether it's in the online world or the physical world, keep like, you look really nice. You look like you're going to a wedding or something. Oh, that was me that said that. It did look like I was going to a wedding though. But no, and see, all seriousness, I have had people. It was my dad in particular. It was quite funny when I saw him that day. He was like, "God, your hair looks really nice." And he kept saying, "I was like, right, Dad, fucking hell." But I was like, "Keep it coming." Do you know what I mean? Yes. But yes, people that hairdo, people seem to like it. I like it too, but we needed a bit today. Just so we know, I have not tried. This has been chucked on top of my head, and that's how we're rolling, okay? So yes, I do feel if you're the masculine, you are feeling called to your calling. So it's okay, I missed you too. Oh, thank you. Yes, no, I really did miss you. Right, oh no, no, we're not shuffling that. That's staying out for the wait a minute. Can't okay, we'll put them there. Right, okay, so what have we got for the masculine? What have they got for the masculine and the feminine's masculine side? So the feminine, whether you're a male or female, your masculine side would be your analytical, logical, your boundary setting, your action taken. And we're in the season of action, Aries. And especially because the retrogrades have fucked off, it's go, go, go. And yeah. But it's not for me. Whenever I do Virgo or Libra, I don't know if you've noticed, but I do tell people as well. Can't be arsed, It's a little bit different because I've had a week off. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to get into this tonight. So I more than likely will be sitting here for ages. But yeah, especially Libra. I'm over it. I'm tired. I'm like, fuck this. So if I moan about the twin flame journey a lot in this one or Libra, like every time, that's why. I'm just like, I'm fucking sick of this shit. But I'm fucking sick of this shit in general anyway. So that's why I'm like, I am having at least a 2 or 3 month break from this shit. Um, just in doing it this way because it's too intense. Right, masculine, why are you not wanting to tell us? Identify yourself. Ah, sorry, I've got one of the random cards. Oh, woo, woo, wait, oh my God, shit in hell. It's everything I've said. That's so weird. Right, loads of cards, but they're so relevant. Right, look at that. What order did that come out in? That is crazy. It was that, and then it was that, and it was that. Right. This order is honestly, again, this is one of my decks I've had for like something mental, like 15, I don't know if it's 20 years, but it's a long time, right? And because it actually has, you've met your twin flame in this too, and that was long before people were talking about twin flames. This day, because I think this one's quite expensive actually. But I think this is one of the ones, so it would really be quite good value. I'm not that I'm ever going to sell them, but I'm like, where's the rest? I don't think that card's in there. But yeah, anyway, it's so interesting because like this has got like the wording is really specific. But anyway, that's the last card. I'm doing the X Factor build up to it. So. And also I've not got my microphone on. Not that nobody's gonna care because it's 50% actually. Because the sound is just as good without the microphone, but I might put it on, but it's because I thought I'd charged the laptop, but maybe it was I was just that excited to get my holiday. I was like, fuck it, I'll deal with that later. But I normally do like fully charge it and then put it away, but I didn't do that. My bad. So, if you're the masculine, male or female, you could be connected to the fae, like fairies, but this could also mean like you feel connected to nature. You have a strong bond with the fairies, and your life purpose involved helping Mother Nature. Or, that could also be that you feel called to the shamanic path. You could be a shaman, you could be a healer. And all the messages for healers are going to come up in this one a lot because Virgo is the healer. Um, or it's like, so it's either messages for healers or it's you need healing, or you could be a healer that needs healing. It could go all different types of way. But notice that that's so interesting because not everybody always says that. I rarely ever hear anyone else saying it actually, but integrity is my favorite word, right, alongside hope. But it's like, I actually that was just one of the first words I mentioned in the post earlier, that Virgo means discernment and integrity. But I usually always like, oh, it means healing, and I don't always say that in the post. So it's kind of funny that I like highlighted that, and then integrity's come out. So align your and that word alignment came out in a card for tomorrow. And alignment, aligning, all this is very relevant. I might put that in the title. Align your actions so that they match your values and inner knowingness of what's right for you. Wow, I think that one needs to go on the thing. Right, so there was one of the clips that I clipped from that live. And again, remember, they must have really wanted me to watch that because that's where I've clipped things and it's really seems to spoke to people. So, but there was one that I clipped and it was like, it was quite a strong message, but it's true. And I do say it fairly often. The thing you've got to watch with twin flame journey or otherwise, if you are feeling internally, privately one way, but you're living your life like a poker face, it doesn't need to be about love. This could be about anything. Like basically, if you're that's living out of an alignment, you know what I mean? If you're to be of integrity, you want how you feel on the inside to be matching the outside, and you know what I mean. So it's kind of like even for like so let's pick on the twin flame people. That's me as well. It would be like people that like you're guiding other people and helping them and teaching them. But you're like, oh, but yeah, I'm just going off down Soulmate Avenue. Like I'm gonna get a kingdom spouse because I'm fucking sick of this. I'm sick of this shit. They're taking ages. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not quite like that, but there are quite a lot of people that do that. It's just a fact. But it's you know what I mean. It's like that wouldn't be true because half the time when again I can't even get through 10 minutes of video now. I'm not gonna lie, honestly. It's actually crazy, but it's part of the journey. It's like I've been waiting a very long time for that to happen. I've had times when it's like I'll get bored of it, but bored now and again, but then I'd always go back to watching stuff. But now it's just like I can't, they just don't even let me really sit through much of like, the whole video. But um yeah, I feel it's like the masculine, it's like if you're not already in alignment, like how you feel internally isn't matching your external world. Like your inner feminine isn't matching your masculine that you're showing everyone. It's like, red flag, things are going to keep getting worse. So if you're already going through heavy karma, it's going to keep getting worse. And it's because you're not living in alignment. Especially because I channel for twin flames. If you've got deep feelings for a twin flame, but you're living your life like that's not the truth, and you're like, poker face and all that, it's not going to end well. But base chakra, choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, career, and finances as your words determine your outcome. Be very mindful and careful what words you're using, especially because the base chakra is the root chakra, um, which is all about money, safety, security. So, even there when I was saying about, when I was like, hurry up, Claire, you know what I mean? I don't usually do that to myself. So I feel it's part of the message. It's like, you know, give yourself time, be patient, like you're healing. So try to speak to yourself with kindness. And again, if you don't know that, I'm a hypnotherapist, as well as lots of other things, a life coach and a shaman and a medium. And, you can read in the info bit or you can, look at the schedule and stuff. But Yeah, words are very powerful. It's why a lot of the time when I talk about weight, well, basically I say weight release. I don't say weight loss because I don't know about you out there, unless you've got an eating disorder and you need to put on weight, use your fucking common sense. Just don't listen to any of this advice at all. But when I release the weight, I want it to stay gone, like be gone. I don't want to lose it and find that again. Do you know what I'm saying? And I've been there, I've done that. Um, but yeah, so it's but words are powerful, and that can go in many different ways. It's like how say, black magic and spells isn't just like, some kind of Harry Potter hocus pocus. Harry Potter is significant because again, Harry Potter stuff keeps coming up everywhere. I don't know if you saw that, but look in the community tab. The only picture I shared in London was the Harry Potter platform, which I couldn't give a fuck about. I didn't wait in the queue, and I would never, basically. I'm not judging you if you did, but I'm not going to queue in that to get a picture because I'm not a Harry Potter fan. And I did go in the shop though, and I spent a small fortune for my niece's birthday, but I think that's allowed because it is her birthday like next month practically. So, well, May. Um, but and then I got home and I remembered I'd actually already got her a Harry Potter onesie. I was like, oh shit. But actually, it's quite good because it's all Harry Potter themed. And I done that last year too. I got a wee box off Amazon and I put it in the wee box. But I'm not doing that again because, yeah, that shit won't fit in the box anyway. Um, but anyway, so yeah, I really do feel there's something about, speaking kindly to yourself and making sure you're speaking wealth and health over your life rather than doom and gloom. So don't fall into all the fear energy right now, particularly around money. Because I'm a bit of a weird one like that. Like, and it's really interesting because it's like I am a good candidate to fall into that, but I don't because I'm not here to like I'm here to like be in the new air frequency and anchor the codes. And I've said this for the past 10 years that like we're not always going to be using money. That's not always going to be the currency. And really you need to, well, get in alignment with your truth and your integrity, and you need to, yeah, just be move like God is watching because God is always watching. That's how I like to live my life. And yeah, so it's like I said to someone the other, well, I said to a few people the other day, but I said to, yeah, a few people, it's like, you know, I know that my frequency is very powerful and very abundant. And really, when there's a mismatch with that, I really just need to do something to, lift my energy. Like watch a funny film, watch a funny program, put The Office on, go a walk in nature, just do something that feeds my soul to be in alignment. But but I always did used to fall into a lot of feed about that, like years and years and years ago. So I'm good at helping people, and also just my Mercury is connected to abundance. So I can speak abundance over people's lives, break vows of poverty. Yeah, I say it all the time. If you're new around here, I'll put some of the ones about money, but I can make other people money like that. It's it doesn't work the same for me. It's like I mean I've got it's more, but that's because of my Neptune and Capricorn. It's like, it is very working for God. Like in Capricorn's money and success, but with the Neptune influence and where it is in my chart, it's like that's why me having those journeys like that have got people off of addictions. That's right. I spoke about addictions from the songs, and this says heal away addictions. So that's definitely a thing in this. Um, like me putting out those shamanic journeys that are free have got people off of drugs and alcohol and away from toxic partnerships or toxic family or friends that aren't really your friends, enemies. That's why I started saying that and I moved away from it because this is Holy Week. Wednesday's connected to Judas, so there could be things about betrayal and stuff. I know that's pretty heavy, but it is just true. And because that, it's really weird. I bought the biblical shadow tarot like about a month ago, and I hadn't even taken it out of the box, and I felt guided to today because there was somebody here fixing something, and I thought they needed to turn everything off and that, and I thought I'm just gonna look at them. And so I slowly looked through them, and that's why I put in the post. Like, it was so weird when I asked for one for myself, I pulled out the Queen of Wands, and that I am the Queen of Wands, and I was like, oh. And also, it's Aries season, so that's connected to fire and stuff. And then the Mary Magdalene is the high priestess. That is also the other card that so I was just like, out of 78 cards, that's kind of amazing. Um, but the I think it was to be fair, it was the Queen of Wands that came out when I shuffled, and I think the Mary Magdalene came out another way, but it did, you know, but it was the Queen of Wands anyway. But what was weird was I had just come back from the beach and I saw red roses on the beach. So that happens all the time too. I see roses in the most random places. And also, how weird is it that my best pal took me to a cafe called The Rose? Or no, I think it was Rose Cafe. And it's like we'd never been there before, so it was kind of like, well, I think maybe she had been there once before, but I hadn't been there with her. And that's weird because she's lived there for years and I was like, no, I want to go every time I go. But anyway, so heal away addictions. It's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. So, so yes, of course, this could be some of the heavier stuff like drugs, alcohol, sex, uh, rock and roll, because Elvis was on. um, I don't know what else. Social media, because that's a big thing right now in the media, ironically. But like we didn't know that. I mean, why do you think I always say I hate TikTok? Sorry, I don't. I hate the word hate. See, look, I'm catching myself with what I just said. I do hate the word hate, but I do hate TikTok. I'm just saying, I like But I have respect for like I've got loads of friends and people that I've mentored that are on there and it must be because, in my opinion, you're there to transmute that energy because yeah, I'm far too sensitive. I can't, it gives me the ick. But it's also just because of how addictive it is. It's like, that would not be good for me. I just dabbled before it got big in 2019. I was like, that thing's going to be huge. Said it to everyone. Some people were like, what are you talking about? That's all this shit. That's for kids. Well, again, just another example of I think I was right. You know what I mean? Should I don't like I told you so, but I think people should have listened. But I also do feel like I was right about that being huge. I also feel one day people are going to be like, Claire's been saying that for years, how toxic that was, because it has the frequency is so low. Everything has a frequency, music, binaural beats, that's when I was in my dark night, so that's how I healed myself, was reading listening to audiobooks. I actually spoke about that in the video earlier too, and which is called bibliotherapy. And listening to binaural beats in different frequencies. So all music has a frequency. And trust me, I feel frequency so strongly, and the frequency on that platform is so dark. I have had people that I have had to clear literal dark attachments because they work on there and stuff. So it's, you do. So I'm just saying that for people that do watch, if you do work on there and you don't already know, if you know this, you know it. But if you don't already know that, please make sure you do have a way to clear your energy because it's worse than any of the other. I know that this platform can be, not great as well at times, but it's not anything like that. Because I know, like, business wise, it doesn't serve me to not be on there. Like, trust me, I know. I've got people I've went to or people that have come to me that they get all their clients from there because there's so many people, but it's not my people, I'm sure some of my people are on there, but it's not. It just again, it's that too. Because I attract twin flames. Not all twin flames are going to be. You know what I mean? It's just not my platform. But I'm just sort of saying that I can see why this is coming through on this. It's because, like I said, Virgo's about healing. And it must be important that that's coming through. But yeah, it's because some people have got an addiction to TikTok, a bad one. Like I said, all I needed was that one day where I fucking fell into it for about 8 hours, hunt fucking eight. It's probably, let's face it, it was probably some mental time in the morning, and I ended up being guided to someone's live, where unfortunately it was really sad. I think their baby had just died. It was actually, yeah, it was really sad. And I was like, how weird is this? That I don't even know how this works. And I've just been guided to somewhere where they've just had a tragedy losing a child. And I'm a medium on the live stream. I was kind of nearly guided to talk, but I just prayed and kind of sent them love. And I thought, I need to get off here. I'll be fucking crying every single day. So I don't think that's, I don't think that's a norm sort of thing that, you know what I mean? But it was, anyway. But yeah. I feel the addiction also could be a codependency, like so, if you've not been able to sort of break away from a romantic connection that you know is not your twin flame, you know is not healthy for you, but it's a comfort zone. Sometimes it can be things like because Virgo is your everyday ritual routine. Like if you're not really able to do a lot for yourself, like like so say I don't want to I don't want to sort of pick on guys. It could easily be girls, but you know what I mean? I'm gonna go with guys. Fuck it, I'm gonna generalize. But you know what I mean? Like, say it could be a guy and it's like you don't have the fucking slightest clue how to work a washing machine. By the way, I know that's not everyone, okay? Because some girls could be like that too. Or like, I mean, let's face it, some people don't know how to boil an egg and stuff. Do you know what I mean? But listen, if that's you, just Google it or put it on YouTube. I mean, you know what I mean? That's how any of us learn to cook. Like I've learned to make some, quite frankly, masterpieces from. I mean, actually, because that's what I did the Saturday before. Like, because I get away on the Monday, and the Saturday before, one of my best pals was up, and it was quite funny. I made the mistake of saying, "Do you want to get a takeaway?" Which we really always do. We usually always do. Let's hope she's not watching this. Or do you, like, or I could make my chicken satay thing. Do you know what I mean? And she was like, "Oh yeah," and I was like, I told her this too. I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like really wanting an Indian. And although what I made was not too, dissimilar from that, but it was kind of quite funny because I was like. But anyway, the point is, I rustled up that shit in like less than 10 minutes and it was delicious. Like it really was amazing. And I mean, I didn't make it up. I found it on YouTube and the video isn't even that long. It's like, so if anyone wants it, I'll put in the comments. But it's like a wee 5 minute video that tells you how to make because I love peanut butter. So anything that's like, you know, like satay sauce or that, like give me it. Do you know what I mean? I love it. And yeah, I was quite happy with that. She liked it, I liked it, and it was just because I think if you were being like posh about it, you would let the you would let it marinate for a couple of hours or at least 20 minutes. But I mean that didn't even have time to marinate for 20 minutes. I just like rustled it up and we were eating it. But um I've no idea how I got into that, but it's fine. I really no idea how I got into that. It's quite funny. But yeah, heal away addictions. So I do whatever the addictions were that you had or your person had, if this is even yours, that's come up and I also mentioned it. Also, quite funny, but there's a song on right now called Bitch. It is. I don't know why the Rolling Stones have called their song Bitch, but it's called Bitch. So is there a bitch there question? I don't know. So cancel, clear, delete. Use only positive words and thoughts. By the way, that's weird. I nearly bit my tongue. So maybe somebody's needing to bite their tongue with somebody that, well, they don't really care for because, but I nearly bit my tongue, and that's the saying, you need to bite your tongue. Um, look, here's another one that's saying the same thing. Use only positive words and thoughts as they're rapidly manifesting into form. Yes, be very careful what you're speaking over your life. Speak words of affirmation, speak words of um, abundance, do things that make you happy to be in a higher frequency. Limit your time around people that are neckheads, like, you know what I mean, that are forever talking about the fear in the world or. And again, you balance with that because even today I was talking about, like, so I'll say to you guys too, it would be wise to, if you haven't already, like, started like stockpiling, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need to go crazy because don't be selfish about it, but it's like, definitely have a wee, get your sardines and tomato sauce or like oats and if you weren't able to get to the shops for weeks, have you got stuff that you can live off for a time, you know what I mean? Water. Anyway, you can go and look up all that stuff yourself, but I don't think, and I think in light of what is going on in the world, I think surely, a lot of people will be able to see now that's not conspiracy theory. I think it would be wise to, well, you're never going to regret preparing for over preparing, are you? But you might regret it if you kept thinking, oh yeah, yeah, whatever, I'll do it, and you didn't do it, and then you're stuck, and for some reason we can't get, you know. Well, yeah. So Katie, it's because as well, like think about it, like how I fast, how I do the fasting, not all the time. I can't do a fucking week fast all the time, but I do them you know, I think I'm going to do it quarterly. Sometimes I might do it more, but that isn't just for me to release weight. Although disclaimer, it is well, I don't know if I said disclaimer, but like disclosure, it is. I am. I do need to lose the weight. Release. See what I mean? They made me say lose because of what that says. Use only positive words. Like I do want to release that because remember I said I want to be a certain weight by my birthday, and I will do it. Well, not my ideal weight, but I'll be happy with what I feel I'm going to be. And But yeah, but the fasting is a survival skill too. Like I literally said that to my mum and dad today. Like, you know, at least I know if something happens, like, well, A, I've got stuff that I can rustle things up and make things, and you know, and I haven't went crazy. I've just got things that I know are there if something does happen like that. But also, if the worst really comes to the worst, I can not eat for a whole week and actually longer. Like, because some of these, you know, when I've done those ones for a week, I'm like, I could actually keep this going. Um, so. Yeah, because I was thinking about that the last couple of days. Like, so I'm going to just say it in this one. If some of you, because I know some of you will be, you know, doing this yourself or like definitely the stockpiling thing, but if some of you aren't as familiar with fasting, if you want me to, I don't know, if you want me to do something where, I mean, I could definitely do that in the membership, but I mean, I could do it in public too if you want me to do something you know, like the fuck. I maybe think like the fuck it, let's go challenge, but we could actually just focus it in on fasting. And don't worry, I wouldn't like I'd start you off gentle. It would be something like, you know, it wouldn't be like I wouldn't even do 24 hours on you or something, you know what I mean? We would do like I don't know, maybe like 17 or 18 hours. Because really, I mean I've done that easy days where I'm not even meaning to fast at all, you know what I mean? But I don't know. But I just anyway. If you want me to, and then maybe another time I could do, you know, but it's just because it is a survival skill. Like it's funny you've used that word because that is what I said earlier today. Like I'm not just doing that for the fun of it. Like, you know, I've been guided to do that as a shaman and because I'm a shamanic teacher to help other people. Like it would be wise to at least know how to intermittent fast and you know, right. So anyway, sorry about this, guys, but use only positive words and thoughts as they're rapidly manifesting form. Ask the angels to cancel effects of past negative thinking. Remember, this is the masculine. So if you are the divine masculine, male or female, if you had a habit of thinking the worst, expecting the worst, you know, you know, what do you call it, catastrophizing, cut it out now. You know, get your affirmations on, get the hypnosis. It's like I say all the time. If you're having trouble with money, right? Have you put money hypnosis on? Have you listened to it every night? Have you been consistent? Well, like, don't moan about not having money, guys, because it does work, you know. Because I've said before, like, see, when things are getting tight for me, like, yeah, it just depends. Like, I've went through periods where I do listen to it every night, or sometimes I just need to listen to something a few nights and it like kick starts it. But that's because I've been putting in the work for years. But notice I am a hypnotherapist and it doesn't work like, oh, because I'm a hypnotherapist, that just worked like magic. No, not really. Do you know what I mean? Some people do really need to put in the work. You know what I mean? I can make other people believe things like that, but I have to work harder for myself. You know what I mean? But even there, I'm going to catch my, even there, I'm going to stop saying that. That's going to keep being true if I keep saying that. It's fucking easy as fuck for me. I just fucking speak things into. I do actually though. I can speak things into existence. You know what I mean? It's you've just got to catch yourself, and sometimes you need other people to remind you. Hey, like actually, here's again. I'm not going to say exactly what I was talking about. Definitely not going to say exactly what I was talking. But I was like talking about something in the car when I was with my cousin, and the way me and my cousin's planets line up, it's intense because I said that to my best pal the weekend. Like if she wasn't my wee cousin, she would be my best pal. It's like, but it's just unfortunately she lives in England, so sometimes we don't see each other for like 2, 3 years. But and actually, do you know what I'll say as well? How amazing is this, right? My wee cousin's wee girl, which this is getting too. I mean, it's like I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like I'm like she's not my niece, she's not my whatever, and I'm not her whatever. But you know what I mean? It's like I found it really touching that you know she's only just turned. Oh my God, I forget everyone's kids' ages, and it's 4. She's only just turned 4, like just before Christmas, and it's like so she could quite easily not have a fucking clue who I am. I mean, let's be honest, right? But she knows exactly who I am, and she totally loves me, and I'm totally loving her too. But it's because like, you know, she was my wee pal. You know, I was only there for, you know, 3 days, but it was like she was sitting on the first couple of nights, she was sitting on the couch, like right beside me before she went to bed. And then on the third night, I sat on the other couch and she was right beside me. And I was just kind of like, and she was just, yeah, when I left, I won't cry, but when I left on the morning as well, because they leave really early for nursery. And it was like, but I told her the night before, you know, kids just remember everything. And I was like, now if I'm not already up, which there's a fucking good chance, I didn't say fuck, I was like, there's a good chance I won't be. You've got permission to come in and jump on that. But I didn't say that. I was like, you can come in and you can wake me up because it was very important that she saw my pajamas. So she was very concerned about this, that, she hadn't saw my pajamas the whole time I'd been there because she was going to bed. She was going to bed before I'd put my jammies on. And then when she was getting up in the morning, well, I've still got my jammies on, but I was fast asleep. So it's thought it was quite funny. It was like as soon as so I did wake up really early. I woke up at like 7 or something. I think I woke up before that. So but I saw her peeking through the crack in the door before she it was like 7:30 or something. And I was like, you can come in. And then she came in. The first thing she said is, "Oh, your jammies." Do you know what I mean? They were like polka dot. But anyway, it's just so funny. But the point is like I'm just getting across that kids feel energy, so cause me and my cousin are so close and she'll talk about me. It's like, obviously her wee daughter feels that too, so it was just really lovely. But anyway, um, like, but yeah, anyway, the reason why I was saying that was because I was talking quite negatively. Like I was majorly catastrophizing about something in the car. And my cousin was like, but if you maybe just, don't what did she say? She actually said something that I would say want to use. She was like, don't come from fear, and I was like, all right, fucking hell, Jesus Christ, this is like saying the stuff back to me. I said, but I needed to hear it. And this is what I'm saying. Whether it is like another person out there on YouTube or a healer you go to or like a family member or a friend or something like it, like always pay attention because I did, you know what I mean? Like I think I was trying to kind of be like, yeah, no, but this is, and then I was like, all right, and then I was like, actually, thanks, because yeah, I did actually need you to say that, and then I said it again to her the next day. I was like, yeah, I'm glad you done that because I was falling into fear energy about something, but believe me, I'm looking at the guy. If yeah, I think I can be forgiven on that one, and I'm not going into the story. Some of the synchronicities I get need to be kept private. But yeah, for good reason. It's really funny. The synchronicities out here are really funny, but yeah. Anyway, moving on. So you are profoundly clairvoyant. So notice the feminine got one card. You are a powerful light worker, and the masculine has you are profoundly clairvoyant. So I know what this is meaning. Your addictions, your not being integrity with what you really want, being all over the place, ungrounded, addictions, and not cancel, clear, and delete, and negative thinking and speaking ill over your life. You could be, I mean, it's dependent. Like, if you're really falling into negativity, you could be speaking ill over other people as well. You know what I mean? It's like just, we can all fall into bits and bobs of this, but some people will have it really bad. And it's why I say all the time, like, look, it's very relevant that we're building up to Easter, right? But you would not believe the amount of people that have fucking wronged me. Like, and really, honestly, when people I've helped in a big way, whether it's personally or professionally, but I'm not going to fucking sit about crying about it all day. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wish those people well. I wish them to be happy. I wish them to be at peace and love, all the good things in life. But I also wish for the majority, if not all of them, bar my twin flame, to stay away from me. Not all of it is like that strong, but really being real, like yeah, do you know what I mean? Because like if people started sort of crawling back in my life now, I'd be like, why are you coming back now? It's literally been years. Like you did not give a fuck about me. And yes, I know this could really apply to him too. I know that. That's why I say all the time too. If I wasn't a twin flame, there is no way I would be saying quite a lot of all of this stuff. I would be like, put it this way, if he wasn't my twin flame, I'd be like, are you fucking kidding me? No. Do you know what I'm saying? I just want to make that crystal clear, abundantly crystal clear. But he is my twin flame. He is my kingdom spirit. He is that. And so I accept that and I pray for him every day, just as I pray for myself. Because I'm not going to go against my own inner masculine energy or my outer one for that matter. Even if he's went in on me, to be honest, because I wouldn't be past him. But it's like I forgive him. And if he hasn't, I'm very sorry. I will be very apologetic if I'm very wrong. I might have been, I might have assumed the worst. I think I'm going to be a little bit right on that. Trust me. So I'm going to be a little bit right. I might have, I might have assumed too bad, but so anyway. But I think this is because the addictions to toxicity, toxic people, negative thinking. Because again, the addiction somebody might have is thinking negatively, like thinking the worst. Like all the masculines out there thinking it's like, oh, what's the trick here? They're not as nice as they make out. What are they trying to do? They're trying to trick me. No, actually, I just love you unconditionally. There's no catch. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not all dicks kind of thing. Trust what you see in your mind's eye as well as with your physical sight. For your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. So, masculine, male, and female energies, take that on board. I think you've not been able to see properly how powerful you are when we pair it with your feminine energy within you, that you're a powerful light worker, light warrior, or healer, because all of the toxicity around you, so your own doing and other people's, and just the world, has blocked your third eye. And that's my intention whenever I'm channeling any short or long, let's face it, usually long video, but even in the shorts, is always to be clearing the energy of what's blocking you from seeing how powerful you are. But those are two very powerful, look at that. You're a powerful light worker and you're profoundly clairvoyant. To me, that feels like masculine, male, and females. You've had people around you that have gaslit you. Like, so if you've like said something really psychic, like, or so that, oh, I wonder, wow, this is really cool. I wondered how this was going to come into it. So, believe it or not, I wasn't just watching films every day, but it was like I did manage to, in the 3 nights that I was there, we managed to fit in. In fact, I think that might have been in the same night. No, it was. I think that was in the same night actually. Yeah, I watched Inside Out 2 and then I watched Encanto, which I'd never had the desire to watch that. And some of the songs had come on my Spotify before when my nieces were here, but I'm glad I did. And also what was funny was my cousin was pottering about making the tea and then she was putting the wee one to bed, so I was watching myself. But I kept saying to my cousin, I was like, she's a seer. And sorry if you're listening, cousin, but I don't think you've been paying much attention to that in a deep way. Because she was like, I don't think so. I don't know. And I was just kind of like, no, it's obvious because she's seeing that there's going to be an earthquake or whatever, or the buildings, and nobody's listening to her. And like, saying she's crazy and shit like that, or, that's roughly. Um, it's actually specifically the gran that is like basically making her feel like, you're just making a fuss over nothing. And I knew that's what, again, because remember, I am a seer. So I actually, the ironic thing was I saw where it was going. And I don't think everyone would guess that that's what it was about. Because basically she sees that the whole place is about to, go through an earthquake or whatever it is, and nobody's listening to her because they can't see it. And that is real clairvoyance. Like that happens to me too. Believe me, that's actually got me in some arguments before. That is a part of my clairvoyance I really don't like. I've told this story before, but I'm being guided to tell it again. Long story short, I was at yeah, I can say that much. Yeah, I was on my counselling course. It was my college course, my counselling college course. Not the Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But it was on the lunch break, and there was four of us, and so the one of the other girls that I actually studied with, she was a medium too, but she was kind of like a quiet sort of medium, hidden medium. She wasn't really doing it with it, right? Which but she was a medium, but and and then the other person, my other friend that was there, is really tapped in herself actually. And because everybody is in their own way, everyone's psychic in their own way. But yeah, we were actually, to be honest, all four people at that table were very mystical. Now that I think of it. But anyway, the point is, uh, so someone was talking about something to do. Someone was talking about something, right, to do with like uh, a family member, and like I think one of the girls was saying something about their mum, right? And like we were talking about something, and we were listening to this person. And remember, guys, this was like this was like 12, 13 years ago or something, and it's like so it's like these like one literally moved away across the other side of the world, and actually no, two live in like countries that are way across the other side of the world, and one doesn't, one lives quite near me actually, but but yeah, the point being is that I could have sworn that I saw this girl say, um, oh, I know I can't remember. Like it doesn't matter what she said, but it was like, say I saw the girl say, oh, that's what my mum was like, right? Like it was something stronger than that, but it was like I saw her say that, right? And so anyway, so because I thought I saw her say that, right? Before we all got up from having lunch, I was like, "Oh, right. So, what were you going to say about your mum?" And the girl looked at me, right, and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "You just said, oh, that's like my mum," and she was like, "No, I didn't." And then the other two were like, "Claire, she didn't." And I was like, "But you know what? Like, look, I'm not being funny, but when I know I'm right, you know what I mean? I know I'm right. It depends. I'd let things go now, but I was like." Okay, I don't think we need to make a big deal about it, but I know, like, you did say that. Like, I don't know why you two are saying she didn't, but, and I was like, I don't want to get in an argument about it because I was just meaning because we're all training counselors, I was wanting to listen to you. So anyway, right, you can probably guess where this is going because I think some of you need to hear this because it's not a nice part of having that part. Not everybody has this gift, right? Think about it. It's because I'm called Claire. I know all the clairs inside out and I teach people them. I also do a course on that. If you're interested, you can get in touch. And then, in fact, get in touch and I'll get people on a waiting list and then I'll know when to actually run it. Because one of yous reminded me of that recently. I keep meaning to fucking do that so that because every time I try to run it, there isn't enough interest. But anyway, long story short, I'm trying to make a long story short, we got up from the table and the girl who it was, like, so she kind of, the other two walked ahead talking, thinking like that was a bit weird because it was a bit of a weird moment. And then this girl held me back and kind of was like, Claire, she was like, I didn't say that. And I was like, I was like, right, okay. I just think we should agree to disagree. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like, maybe you just didn't realize you said it or something. Because that is a thing in counselling where that is why counselling's so powerful half the time people do not know what they're saying, and that's why if you trust your therapist it's powerful because you'll say something the therapist will be like, so, repeat back what you said, and they're like, did I say that? And it's like, yeah, you did. They're not going to fucking make it, you know what I mean? But that wasn't this moment. She was like, no, I didn't say it, I thought it. And I was like, oh, right. And she was like, "Holy shit, man!" Like she wasn't angry at me, but I was like, "Wow!" And I was like, and then I kept saying, I was like, "I swear to God, like, that is what I." To me, it was I saw you say it, like your lips moving, your voice, like just like and that's what that again. Thank God it doesn't happen all the time, but it has happened enough times, and I usually can know. I usually know now. I'll sort of slow down, and I'm like, "All right," and that's why I've actually said to some of you, um, because that's quite relevant actually, because I think Mercury is still there. I've said to some people, if you've got natal Mercury in Pisces, watch out for stuff like that because I've even noticed people doing it online where they read somebody, yeah, Mercury is still in Pisces, like without their permission, like because notice that's one of my rules for a reason. Like it's kind of like um, don't go reading someone's energy when they've not got your permission. It's different with me because I'm the one that's running the channel and people are coming. But notice I still do ask if people want a card and all that kind of stuff. But when you start kind of trying to do that, it's like because you know, you don't have their permission. It's not. I would basically what I'm saying is I wouldn't like it if I was on someone else's chat and someone other than the person started reading my energy. I wouldn't like that. Um, like I don't like it when I see it and I wouldn't like it. I mean I never well it's not that I never. I don't never talk in chats, but I rarely do unless I trust the people. But yeah, but anyway, so I'm just going to even if one person needed to hear that, because it might have, if you've had a situation like that, it's quite tricky, isn't it? And that's why you do need to sort of it would be wise to have mentoring or learning from someone with a bit of experience to kind of tell you things like that, that is a real thing that can happen. Um, you just need to set boundaries with your guides and stuff like that and God really, but I mean good luck with that. Like you know what I mean? It's sometimes it does need to happen. It reminds me again of when I was doing a shamanic I was in a shamanic group and I saw that the woman was going to drop the bowl of water from all the water around the world. It's basically a water ceremony. And I saw it in my head and I didn't say because I didn't want to be rude. And then she did drop it, but it's fine. It was going in the river anyway. But it was just funny because, the person that was there was like, you have this gift for a reason. You know what I mean? You're meant to tell people. And I was like, so again, well, slap on the wrist, and I think I could be forgiven now because I've been doing that for 11 years. But you know what I'm saying? It's like something, if you're not that confident, you might not say. But it's like me, that's like me when, like, God, why am I getting that example? That's not a good sign. But it's like when I'm like, hey guys, you better watch up. You've got toxic birds that are going to try and trap you. Do you know what I mean? It's like, watch out this Easter weekend. Well, actually, maybe that's true. Watch out this Easter weekend. Watch you don't get too pissed and end up in bed with a Jezebel. And it's like, you're tied to them for life. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like that's might sound like I'm saying it in a funny way, but it's serious. Like sometimes who knows who this could have stopped people getting involved with folk like that. So anyway, quite a weird example, but probably not weird on this channel. So we've got enough cards now for the thumbnail. Also, this I'm getting a bit too toasty with this electric blanket. It's heating up here. I've got a hot water bottle behind my back because my back was sore. Anyway, shit, by the way, what time is it? How long have I been on this? I've just totally... Fuck, This was meant... I'm on the identifying bit and I wanted to end this at 10. Oh my god, I really... Guys, this is going to be a sitting here at least 2 in the morning, if not 3. I can see it right now. Because I am profoundly clairvoyant. And so are you, if this is yours. But... I scrolled through lives on TikTok once. The vibes coming off the lurkers. Yes, I know. It's again, but like I said, it's like it's not everyone feels like that. So and I do think if that's where you're called to be, you're called to be there for a reason. But it's yeah, I couldn't. Far too sensitive. I can't handle the energy. Sometimes I can't handle the energy on here. Do you know what I mean? Right. Okay. So let's get the thumbnail. Kind of random though. Louis addictions. I think got the problem of how do I hold. There we go. No. Uh. Also, by the way, it's so annoying, but I'm singing that song in my head. Cause I'm in too deep and I'm trying to think. All the songs on American Pie are so catchy. Every time I watch it, it's like... And how annoying is it that they play the same song on all of them? You noticed that? That one that's like... I can't even remember how to sing it, but you'll probably know the one I mean. It's not that one. They play it at the end of the... Ugh! Ugh! Wait a minute, maybe it's this hand. Right. I cut the nails. Sorry, I just burped, clearing energy. I cut the ridiculously long nails. Because actually, I think it was probably that done it. My cousin's wee girl was like, your nails are really long. I was like, yeah, some are short and some are long. I need to cut them. And I got home and I cut them. Right. Ah, this is not working. I'm gonna have to just pick one of them. I think I'm just gonna pull that. I'm terrified you're moving on from me. Right. Ah, maybe, right, so wait a minute, I need to, because I always do that, I talk and then I don't get the thumbnail, so, and then we'll see if it's worked. I think somebody is having visions of you moving on with someone else. Or like, so whether it's like when I say all the time, I can still get mixed up with what is an actual vision, like something that is literally a possibility happening down the timeline, and what is, you can't read the words, that's a bit annoying. Oh no. We'll just keep it. And what is what do I always say actually? Fuck, that's crazy. I say it all the time and I don't... Like, yeah, that's it. Like, what is something that I'm wanting to happen, and what is something that's actually a possibility of happening? Sometimes especially I can still get confused about that. Not all the time, but there's definitely sometimes, and sometimes you're not meant to know. And also, I dropped all the charms on the ground before I started, and it was the music note. So I feel music is very important in the collective that's going to resonate with this. And also use your discernment because that's what the owl means, but that is what Virgo means too. So, and because I forget to do these, let's just, what else do we need to know? Comfortably Numb is on. I don't know how the song goes, but it's Pink Floyd. The Love Ones and Spirit are like, hurry up, Mediumship Mondays should start by now. If you're new, it's when I itch my nose. That's the Love Ones and Spirit. Oh, that's lovely. There's a bunch of hair. What? That is like that's like half my head. Anyway, so in the jar. That's why I need to keep the lid on. But yes, so oh, look at that. Whoa, that is oh my god. Out of all the charms, and we've got that is one I saw on the floor. So we've got a heart, right, which is lovely, but there's a spider in the heart. So oh my god, that sounded really weird. I don't like the sound of that. That sounds like witchcraft or something. I, listen, I don't know if anyone wants to know. I don't want to know, but that doesn't sound good. But anyway, for me, the spiders can be signs of like the ancestors and creative writing. So it could even be like text and stuff. So it could be like a, something from the heart, like writing coming from the heart, like a text, or it could be somebody just being in front of you speaking from the heart. Could be that. But my go-to is spiders or black magic, spider webs especially. Hoodoo, voodoo, black magic, spell work. I don't always say hoodoo, voodoo. God. That's like, again, I'm telling you, it's because Virgo is about getting to the bottom of things, a bit like Scorpio energy, and it's healing. I've noticed on the Virgo one, I can pick up on some quite dark stuff. So, but yeah, I feel there was a Black Widow spider involved here. So basically whoever the female is. Now that can be a family member, a friend, a lover, a present or a past, but it's like the Black Widow spider you don't get away from, if you know what that does. So it's an analogy for somebody that's very difficult to get away from. And then we've got a bat, which is always to me about, black magic and stuff as well. Trumpet, God has spoken, the trumpets are sounding. I feel karmic justice is coming. In the year of the horse because we've literally got a galloping horse. I don't know if these are showing up as well when I'm holding. They are, aren't they? And then we've got a random sewing machine. Fuck knows what that means. No. What do I usually say for that? You could be a dressmaker. No, I'm only joking. Red string of fate kind of reminded me of that. Or someone's needing to sew up their heart. You can make up your own meaning, but it's a little sewing machine. Right, we better hurry the fuck. And I just saw the peace symbol as well. Right, we better hurry the fuck up because oh my god, this is taking ages. But to be fair, oh wait a minute, there's my neighbour. I just need to text back about the dog. Wait a minute, she's still typing. Right, so let's ask what happened in the past. Oh, what's happening? I'm getting communication. Honestly, my ears just went like it's about to. It's like before I'm about to faint, but hopefully that's not about to happen, or that might be quite entertaining for you. But it's like normally I'm getting like quite strong galactic guides coming through or something, but it was like one ear went totally quiet. Right, I forgot to shuffle this. Even though oh my god, look what I just said about dark stuff. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Also, it's 23/4, so the 23rd of April could be significant Taurus season. I am with you, I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. But I mean, that's freaky. I just said that, and then that one's about because they don't all talk about evil. Okay, right. I just need to reply. Oh, yeah. I'm like, she's saying she can drop her in. I'm like, yeah, then I don't need to get out of my bed to go get her and come back to my bed. Should I do the polite thing again and be like, I don't mind, I'll do whatever? Nah, I'm like, oh yes, drop her. Like, Listen, you didn't get what you want by being too. I spent most of my life being like that. Okay, not the past 10 years, because that's really when I found my voice. Well, actually, to be fair, although I started this 11 years ago this year, I only really further found my voice and stopped people pleasing when I thought I had, like 5 years ago, really, when I moved away from all the karmic people. Um, but lovely people too, by the way. Karmic, like, I mean, let's not unpack that. But we've all been the karmic person to someone, so it doesn't need to be that it's all bad when I say that. But they were my karmic people. It's just a fact because they're not in my life anymore. So, but yeah, what I'm about to say is I could be like, oh yeah, I'll get her, or you can drop her off when I'm really like, drop her, drop her, drop her. So I'm just like, oh yeah, drop her in. Yeah. See, I was going to write, or I'll go and get her, but I'd prefer I just want her to drop her off because then she can just, you know, not get in my bed. She sleeps on the blanket on the bed. There's this girl I mean, because remember, I just watch all these random shorts of like random people's lives. Like, it's, I don't know. I watch food shorts and I watch these influencer, the ones where people are like, hey, I'm going to really annoy and tippy tappy on this bottle that I'm probably not going to use. I'm just getting sponsored. You know, all these millions of face creams. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. And I'm gonna fucking chuck it in the bin. Thanks. Cheers for the dough. They fucking use the shit. that's that's what I think sometimes when I'm watching this. I was like, maybe don't even fucking use that. Do you know what I mean? Oh dear. It's a bit like when I've said before. Whenever I've got that deck of cards that's got Otter Spirit on the card, and that is what that bracelet company's called, that practically everybody I follow is sponsored by them. And it's like, I don't think I'm going to get approached because I don't, well, I do actually wear that, but they are beautiful. So, they are beautiful, and loads of people that I follow really, they promote them and stuff. But I don't know if that would be an integrity for me because I don't like wearing I don't like wearing lots of crystal bracelets. But they are beautiful, to be honest. I probably could get into them again. But that's funny. I'm sure I always mentioned that in Virgo, but it's because again, it's integrity. Like I feel I'd be a little, I wouldn't call that selling out, but I suppose it's closer than anything else. But if it was something else, I'm trying to think what would be an example. Well, I could have sold out before. Like I've said before, like that is the truth. Like many, many years ago, people that have built other people's big YouTube channels up wanted to build mine up. And I said no because I wanted to do it myself. So, and I still want to do it myself. I want to climb the fucking mountain myself. It's like I also don't like, I know that honestly, I've got loads of beautiful people that I could, because some people do, oh, share your channel, but I don't do that. Like I just want people to find me their own accord. I don't want like a whole wave of people to come to me from someone else's channel because they might not even fucking resonate. Do you know what I mean? So I don't. Whenever people be like, "Oh, share your chat," I don't do it. And I'm not self-sabotaging, like I know why I'm not doing it. Like I want people to find me because I'm their cup of tea, not because somebody else is shouting me out. Although it doesn't take away it's kind when people do that. But um right, okay, so um I'm shuffling the toxic relationships deck, so this ain't looking good, guys. I did say out loud, set the intention and prayed. Could we not get things about Jezebels, please? But it looks like it might be again. Right, okay, so um what was the now let's work with this. What was the problem? What was from the feminine's perspective with the feminine and the masculine? Now, there's a chance this might start talking about karmic stuff because it's about toxic relationships, but it's worked so far, so we'll trust. Because some of them are not that bad and some of them are. Oh my God. S- that's really interesting that they made me say that, and then I did pick a bad one. God, guys, I'm actually really starting to wonder what the fuck I'm picking up on here. because what in the fuck am I picking up on? All the things I've mentioned from the start, like this is pretty dark. Okay, well I'm going to read it. I'm going to be a professional and I'm going to put it aside. This says threatening behaviour. Protect yourself by seeking help and removing yourself from threatening situations. Safety is paramount. We need another one. I feel I don't feel this is the feminine. You know how this happens? Like, because I'm asking him, like, is that like, if anything, I'm feeling for people that this will resonate with, it's like people in, like, karmic people in your life that were threatening towards you, or threatened by you, or like karmic people in the masculine side that, now I don't think it would be like out, I feel it would be like I feel it would be like, like when the masculine's protecting you from people that aren't good for you. But I mean, now that I know, this might make sense for some of you. But the reason why I'm like, that's why I gave that buffer is because that's not that's not twin flames. It can get dark, guys, but it's not that fucking dark. Do you know what I mean? It's like that, and but the thing is, like, because I often when I do this, I pick up on the masculine's feminine side. I feel that this is the masculine's feelings that there's. I feel I want to change it to toxic, like toxic situations. Safety is paramount. Yeah, so it's kind of complicated, but I feel it's like some of you, male or females, have got, or it could even be like, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't do this, then I'm going to tell everyone that it's like blackmailing. So I don't know. It's not good though. But right, let's get another one because the person's hands are tied in this. I don't actually know. Is that her hands tied or what is that? God, that is actually really deep. That could actually be somebody being. That actually looks like somebody being burned at the stake. Like, see where I'm going with this, right? If you can see it, it looks like a big stick and then rope, and that's the person around the rope. So, I mean, is that like someone being burnt at the stake? You know what I'm saying? Like, this could be past life. I mean, God, I don't fucking hell, this is getting a bit dark, man. So, anyway, like I'm saying, I think it is going to be because of the what I've mentioned about Holy Week. I'm glad I'm only doing today and then Wednesday because constant arguments. Promote peaceful conflict resolution and seek harmony in your relationships. Yeah, so, right. I feel I'm going to use it again. I can still make it fit with this, but I'm going to trust that we use that for a reason. I feel if you're the feminine, first of all, right? I feel you've had to remove yourself from situations that have threatened your happiness, your safety in some situations, if that is. I feel it's like your mental health, your spiritual, mental, emotional health. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like you've had like narcissists around you. That's what I feel. That makes sense now. That's why I'm seeing that as like a burnt at the stake. It's like you're a witch. You know what I mean? It's kind of like what I say all the time. I'm like, if anyone's fucking calling me out there, then you can fucking come and say it to my face because they've not said it to my face. But you know what I mean? It's like the same people that are like, thinking it's cool to be talking about. It's anyway. But you know what I mean? When I'm out here fucking helping people clearing all of that dark stuff, I wouldn't appreciate that. But but the premise behind it is you're being hung out to dry and it's not fair. Like there's a pack of wolves surrounding you, and it's just because there's a whole load of people talking about one person, it doesn't always mean that they're the person that's wrong. Sometimes they're a bunch of narcissists, and they've just like created a narrative and pushed it. That happens a lot. I'm sure that's happened to like too many people watching right now, where you've been pushed out of something, you were right and they were wrong, but massive egos and you're just like, fuck this. You walk away. You know what I mean? So, constant arguments. Promote peaceful conflict resolution and seek harmony in your relationships. Yeah, this is quite interesting. Like I definitely am more feeling this is the masculine male and female's feminine side. Like I feel you've got very toxic people around you. But notice how I'm like this is the feminine. So this could be that the feminine you could resonate, but I feel. Remember, I said it feels more past because the moon in Virgo did just pass the South Node, which is about the past and past lives. So that actually makes sense. Like I feel in the past, divine feminine, you have had people where there was more fear and toxic energy and arguments and stuff like that than the nice stuff. And you're like, what is the point in even being in this romantic relationship? Or what is the point in even being in this family? Or what is even the point in being in this friendship? Like, it doesn't seem like you even fucking like me. You know what I mean? Like, when people project things on you and stuff, like, I feel that's what that's talking about. So I don't think this is about you and the masculine towards each other. But, side note, if that's resonating, I think you would really need to book a session to actually check that is your divine masculine. Like, you know what I mean? It can get dark, but that's, because that's a karmic partner. That's what it is, isn't it? I feel that's what I'm talking. I feel in right now, okay, I'm getting it now because it's healing. I feel, and because it's the past as well, because the moon was conjunct the south node, that's what it is. I feel in the past, right. Sorry, guys, I'm rusty. But see, it was for a reason. And notice the confusion with that, because that's not normally my order of doing things. But I can see it's like in the past, if you're the feminine, you've been in relationships where there's been threatening behavior and constant arguments. Like I feel that's like what I've said before, that you've had people that are constantly accusing you of cheating on them and you're no fucking doing nothing of the sort, and it's because they were doing it. You know what I mean? Like that is a very common thing in toxic karmic relationships. Um, but I also then feel if you went through that, the masculine goes through that getting the exact same thing from a karmic partner where they're always getting accused of doing something and there's constant arguments. Okay. Now let's put them back and see if it comes out again. They gave me a little, see what I mean? They make it harder for me in Virgo to work it out. Right. What have we got for the masculine? Let's see what comes out. Where is that tiny mic? Look, guys. Mic drop. What did I say? Narcissistic behavior. So we're talking about that's what it is. It's karmic energies around the people. Recognize narcissistic traits and protect yourself by setting firm boundaries. Wow, that's crazy because I said at the start of this that I felt people were having to set very strong boundaries with family in particular was coming through, but it could be family, friends, or current lovers or ex-lovers. Yeah, firm boundaries because that was on the shorts for today. So, yeah. Narcissist. That isn't that crazy. See what I mean? That's my clairvoyance. They were showing me situations where I've felt like that and where I've helped people with that. Right, what else? So not great though that the feminine and the masculine have went through being surrounded by bullies. It feels like oh my god, they're going to make me talk about that Married at First Sight again. I watched it again yesterday. I didn't go and get the recording. It was on the telly, and I thought, do I watch this or not? Because I'm being serious when it's like, look, and come on, people. Katie, have you seen that? I hope you haven't, because it was disgusting. But quite a lot of people are watching it. But like I said before, like you see, sometimes I get guided to watch stuff because it's like I think they're doing some weird shit with that program because it's like the fact that like quite a lot of people are talking about it and I've noticed even some people in my life are talking about it that I wouldn't even think would be watching it. And anything that's like that popular can be a concern. But really, it's just a concern with how evil what I watched was. I've seen the clip for this week, and the woman that unfortunately she just died a few days ago. Again, don't get me started on that because I actually was googling what she died of because I was like, anyway, we're not going to go any further. She was ill, but um, like yeah, I've saw a clip where she's like, in all my years of working on this program, I've never seen anyone be that, and I can't remember the word she uses, evil or vicious, I think she said, but don't quote me on that. But it is like that's what I mean. Like, I could not believe what I was watching. I was like, wow, there's bullies and there's next level like dark cackling witches, and it's like, okay, I can see that that other one is entertaining to watch, but I'm sorry, after that episode, like I didn't like her that much anyway, to be honest, but like I really don't. It was so fucking horrible, like so nasty. And if those people watch that back and they don't see how nasty they fucking are, then that's worrying. But yeah, I almost wanted to turn it off. Of course I didn't, but I did almost want. But I was like saging myself. I was like, "Oh, that was horrible." But yeah, that's what I feel. That was very narcissistic behavior in that episode. Um, but it was worse than that. It was evil. Because honestly, at one point, the two of them were cackling like witches. And then, like, throwing out really personal comments. Sorry, one of them I'm like, I don't want to laugh at, but it was like kind of. No, I don't want to laugh because it was not. I need to say it now that I'm doing it, but she called the guy Timu Conor McGregor, which he does actually look like him a little bit, right? We'll give it, but it's still it's although putting that aside, it's like that's when I was like, is this even real? Like, is this all staged? Because I don't think you'd be able to be that. Well, actually, some people could be that witty in an argument, but it's she went totally worse with that. All the other, it was just disgusting. Like, so yeah, people like that. I feel unfortunately this masculine collective that I'm picking up on are with people that would not hold back with being nasty see you next Tuesdays. And probably would be quite a fan of the see you next Tuesday word. But we can't judge people for that because sometimes we do need to call people that. Sometimes they just are. You know what I mean? I just don't want to be saying that on here because it's I don't I don't think that would be we gotta keep it classy, guys. I have said it like I think twice I've said like and I'm like, oh my god. It was funny the way I said that. But we don't make a habit of that around here. Constant drama and oh my god, wow, thank you. That's why I was talking about that. Because if you haven't seen that programme, I'll just tell you so you don't need to watch it, right? Constant, that's what it is. It's so fucking dramatic and toxic, and that's why it keeps people watching. But in my defense, when I watched the episode I watched, well, it was though, wasn't it? The episode that hooked me into it was the fucking sweetie wife shitty pal that was like, oh, they're a red flag. Because the guy has a YouTube channel, he was going to, I'm not getting onto that in a gate. If you want to see that rant, watch Aries. I haven't even watched Aries, but Connor put epic rant and tagged the time. So I did watch that bit and it was, I have to agree, it was quite funny. But I want to watch the whole thing at some point. But whether I do that or not, I don't know. But no, it was, in that episode, it was she's living all alone in Australia because she's come from Lithuania, I think, and like so that's like her family as well as her friends, and that stupid old C word was was like, oh yeah, that's a red flag. He's just trying to get like, more followers. And I said before, but like, trust me, that guy was not trying to get, he is solid. Like it took me three separate occasions on three separate days to find his channel. And I did find his channel. So if you want me to put that in the comments, I will. Because it actually, I can't say I'm going to watch it. Well, I probably will. They're quite short videos, but I would say they're actually really good for guys. Like from because I did watch the video when I was at my class. I was like, actually, that's really good. And he's not at all clout hungry or anything because he's not got anything about married at first sight. Which to be honest, he probably should have at least something written there, and it would help him get found. But like, actually, that makes me like him more because it's like it's kind of. I suppose I'm being a bit biased because it's like me. Like I don't really do a lot to help me get fit. You know what I mean? But it's like that. That's what I mean. That's what I can tell. He's not doing it for the. He's speaking to a small, select group of people, men that have had a drink problem that are now clean, and that's why it was disgusting that those people were bitching about him when he was like, I can't take a shot because I don't drink and I'm sitting on YouTube encouraging other men to not drink. So I don't exactly want to be, and then they were twisting it. It's like, oh, he wanted to look good in front of his followers. No, he just wanted to stick with his own fucking values, you bunch of arseholes. Do you know what I mean? And then the best pal, one of those kinds of best pals. Oh, she's my best friend. She's my best friend. Yeah, but you're being a total bitch. And you actually could have sent the love of her life far away from her because you're being that fucking nippy. Do you know what I mean? Oh my God, I can already tell. There must be friends like I think someone's got narcissistic friends that could really put the love of someone's life off. That's what I'm feeling with this. Because I'm just like, thank God that Philip didn't get scared off by Stella, as her name's, her toxic pals. I bet you, I wouldn't be surprised if she's distanced herself from them when she watched that, because I would. Because they were constant drama. Like, the older man just wanted to make it about him. In fact, quite a lot of the people's friends in that program want to make it about them. If you've seen the gay guy that was friends with G, that was quite funny. But again, I said that to my best pal at the weekend. I was like, because she was like, oh, I quite like her. I was like, no. Did you see her fit? Like, the friend, like, was meant to be her best male friend, but he was like, oh no, diva, and all this kind of stuff. Like, he totally made it about, like, it was maybe your wedding day. Fair enough, it's a weird wedding day because you're marrying a stranger you haven't met. But it's like, he just was like making it all about him. And again, that, I'm sorry, it does remind me of things I've helped people with, or just situations I've been in where it's like it's meant to be your day and somebody's making it all about fucking them. Or like when you've just got people like friends around you or something, it's like you wouldn't give a fuck about, like, I don't know. It reminds me on The Wedding Singer. Let's go general. Let's not go with my examples or something. But like, say in the Wedding Singer, when it's like Julia wants to sit by the window, and Glenn is like, doesn't let her. Again, big red flag. That's no the man for you. If your fucking man can't give you the window seat because you like the window seat, at least on one of the ways there. Like, you know what I mean? That's the type of man that'd be like, no, I like it. I'm sitting there. Well, fucking, you'll be sitting by yourself the next plane ride, mate. Do you know what I mean? But do you know what I mean? It's like, to be honest, I'm the type of person I would probably just be like, whatever, I'm not that fucking bothered. But do you know what I mean? People that make a fuss about a mountain out a molehill, it just gets draining after a while. Once you heal more, you're like, nah, fuck that, drop me out. But yeah, constant drama. Seek stability and peace. Drama is not a measure of love. So that's fucking good, guys. I mean, this is on the masculine side. Narcissistic behavior and constant drama. That is what this masculine is surrounded by or was in the past. So no wonder they want to make a run for it. But and that can also be the feminine's masculine side too. Again, basically it's both. It's both. If this story, by the time I get to the end of it, which fuck knows what time it's going to be, if this makes sense to you, you've both been surrounded by narcissistic behaviour and people that cause constant drama. Feels like friendship groups. It could be family too, but it feels like friendship groups. Could be one friend or a friendship group. Um, People that make it all about them. Not nice energy anyway. People that were all about money and clout, because there's loads of notes on here as well. But I think it is something like that from me seeing that episode. It's like people that are just as bad as each other, so there's nobody to be like, hey, that's really out of order. Because oh my God, they're like, we fucking said what we said. It just came out again. Narcissistic behavior came out again, and infidelity. Focus on healing and self-care. Trust can be rebuilt with time, honesty, and effort from both partners. So it could have even been friends that were like, "Oh yeah, just cheating her, never going to find out," or like, you're just fucking never mind what they say. You're not even with them. You just fucking deal with it later, kind of thing. It's better to what's that horrible toxic saying? It's better to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission. Whoever fucking made that up. That's a fucking arsehole anyway. Why am I saying arsehole? See when I name call a lot. I'm not a name caller. When I argue, I think it's limited. I'm not going to claim that I've never done it, guys, because sometimes someone really pushes you and you go there. But when possible, it's not, don't totally overdo it with that because it's limited intelligence. But I've been saying arsehole a lot, which isn't really that's not one of my choice words that I use. So I think somebody does like saying that. But I feel this is like, yeah, I feel this is the type of friends that would be like, egg somebody on to do something, but like them being able to see fucking hell, if they do that, they're never going to be able to get out of this. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean by toxic friend. It's like not real friends. And I think that's because I'm asking about the past. I feel something's been done here in the past that's broken the trust. Because remember, infidelity won't be relevant for everyone because if you weren't in a relationship, it's not infidelity, but it can be disrespectful in loads of different ways. But or it could just be like if somebody's had a pattern of being a player or something, you know what I mean? You could just think, well, fuck, this person's never going to change, and I don't want to be stuck with somebody like that that's treating me like shit. But you know what I mean? And it's like friends kind of kept the person in this state of, oh, wow, I've not seen that one before. Shaming. Reject shame, embrace your true self. You're worthy of love and respect. I've not seen this one yet. That's powerful. So it's got a little boy in it too. So you could be male or female, but I feel it's about healing the inner child. And what I'll say, shame and blame doesn't help anyone. But yeah, reject shame and embrace your true self. You're worthy of love and respect. That ties back to the you're a powerful light worker and you're profoundly clairvoyant. I do feel well, that's why I was saying narcissist before the narcissist card came out. I do feel some of you have had like psychic experiences from a child and you've said to like a few people or the wrong person and people have gaslit you and made you feel like you're crazy or something. But my God, the cult just came on when I said that. I don't know if it's the band or the song, but also like I feel this could be more like recent as well. Like if you've, I just feel like whether it's your younger years or recent years, when you've tried to say to somebody that you've had a feeling about something, I feel you've had people around you that believe, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, and kind of like make you doubt yourself, and then it comes true. Because that's why I started saying that, and I went off topic about Encanto. That is exactly what happens to her. Except what's interesting is, it's interesting that I saw the Black Widow spider which is usually specifically about a mother. But in that film, but it could be any female, but that's a grandmother. So it could be an interesting one where maybe someone's mum is like that because it came from the grandmother. Um, but I mean, because it's a film, the grandma ends up being nice at the end. You know what I mean? But she was being horrible throughout the whole. I was like, this is horrible. How's this film going? It's a kids' film. How's it going to end? But it was basically, it was that. It was exactly what I'm describing. That the girl was a seer. She did have a vision, but nobody believed her until it fucking happened. And well, that one touches a nerve because I certainly know what that one feels like. um, Right. Although have to say, these days a lot more people listen to me than what they used to, whether it's personally or publicly or whatever. Because when you've been doing it this long, people start to see a pattern in it. Shit, she says things and it actually comes true. Or it's kind of made me swerve something that could have got me in real hot water. Or I wish I'd listened to her. Right. I actually kind of need a pee, guys, but I can ignore it for a bit. Um, Right, so we got all about the fucking karmic people. Could we actually hear about the twin flames towards each other? Let's get these cards. Now, I'm going to use these, but I'm going to ask for the past energy. But remember, the past could be yesterday or the last couple of weeks or months or something. They clearly don't have any values if they can't understand how sticking to them works. Yes, exactly. I just always think, like, don't do to others what you wouldn't want done to you. It's really not that hard. Do you know what I mean? And karma is real. Like, I just don't understand when people don't know how real karma is. It's like I've said this before, but see when people have, like, all the many people that have wronged me in the past, I'm always like, oh no, you didn't. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to do anything to you, but God is watching and it's clocking everything. You know what I mean? And it's like, and it's not just because it's me, it's because I'm here to do this work for people. And it's like, if people do things that I don't do, it's like, and that's anyone that you do think, if you do things to people and they don't deserve it, it's like, the karma's not going to be pretty. Um, so all the people that have treated you wrong out there as well, you know what I mean? You're probably seeing them getting their karma, or you're feeling it if you're not seeing it. Um, I'm being pulled to the card up there that says I love you. So this masculine's saying I love you. And that'd be funny if the card came out. I love you, but I can't face you right now. It's quite funny that I can't face you right now. Why can't you face your? Well, this is a past actually. So this person. Oh, wait a minute. That's fitting with the what I've just read. Wait a minute. That had yeah. So if you were actually in a relationship with something with someone, or maybe you were in a, if you were in a relationship with someone and they cheated on you, this might fit for you because that said infidelity. Now, if you weren't in a relationship but they've done something shady and whatever it is, like, and that you can't count shady as getting in a relationship with someone else because it's just, you know what I mean? That's not, you might not like it, but it would need to be shady for some reason, like that it's been done to hurt you or something, or which is, yeah, done to get your attention, something like that. I can't face you right now. No one makes me feel the way you do. Yeah, so again, I feel again, remember, if this is yours and some bits resonate, some bits might resonate, some bits might not. But I feel like whatever this person's done, they feel like ashamed and embarrassed because they've treated you in a way that they now can see like you never deserved that, and they're kind of even like because they've healed more, they're like, why did I even do that? And it's like it's set this person on a quest to like discover more about their own self and why they done that. And maybe that's why I'm talking about Encanto because or how am I even saying that right? Because, you know, that well that girl's a little bit like well, very like me actually because she has the visions, but she forgives the she forgives the grandma at the end and she's like, because she sees her pain. To be honest, I was listening to my cousin's wee girl and I kind of lost it. I lost I got the gist. I lost that bit a bit. But I think actually I don't know if I'm right about this because I turned away, but I think I grasped it enough. I think maybe it showed a flashback to. I think it was meant to be that unless I've totally lost the plot with it, but I think the grandma was meant to have like lost her husband young or something and been left with the children. I think that would make sense, and so she was a bit bitter. So I think that's maybe what it was. But so it's like that girl. I can't remember her name, but the one that sees the visions, like she forgives, the Gran for being horrible or kind of thing. So I'm saying Gran, this could be someone's mum or something. There's a chip on their shoulder or something, and I don't know. But yeah, no one make. I feel someone's tried to find you in other people and it doesn't work. No one makes me feel the way you do. I can't face you right now. But remember, this is a past energy, so I'll use this deck for the present. I'm trying to trust in divine timing. So yeah, I feel like we kind of fit if someone's got addictions or something or trying to heal codependency, but I want to come back home to you where I belong. But ultimately this person wants to be with you. I fear that if you get too close you'll hurt me. But it's like the yeah, and their fear kept really stopping them because my fear keeps stopping me. I can feel you pulling away if you moved on. Oh, that's interesting because that's like the card I've got for the thumbnail. Like, so this person feels a shift in your energy. Or they did in the past. So remember that could be I feel like that's a recent past. Right. I normally do the feminine first, but I picked up the right. What is the where's my cards? What does the feminine want to say? Oh man, I really don't actually know where they are. I feel like they must be. I used them before I went away. Where are you? I won't look about for too long, but are they in there? Oh yes, they're in here. Right, so I just saw the reaching out card. What um I'm so proud that you're my divine masculine. So in the past the feminine's proud of their masculine or you're proud of your masculine, which actually fits with something I said in this. Um and I feel it's going to be like, it's like that. I feel like, especially because this is talking about addictions, I feel really, if you get what this journey's about, if your twin flame is even trying to get out of whatever they're stuck in, you should be proud of them. Because people could just choose to stay in it, and and let's face it, people do for a long time. So like I said, if your twin flame actually manages to get away from wherever they're stuck, whether it's friends holding them back, family holding them back, a past lover, a present lover, which is more complicated, whatever it is, a toxic mindset. Because in some, it's not always these exciting ones, which isn't exciting, let's face it, but it's like sometimes like actually somebody is away from all of this and they're healing and they're just scared to come forward because of all the shit that came before. So, do you know what I mean? I feel it might be a bit of that too. So, but yeah, it's the things that people go through, it can be difficult especially men do seem to get a bit worse. Right, okay, so there's definitely a mother figure that's a problem here because mum says hang up and look at all the other things to confirm that. So if you've not got an interfering mum, if you're the masculine, I don't think this is yours. It could be a mother of a child too, but it feels more like it's a mum or a grandma, like somewhat like or an auntie, I suppose it could be, or it could be a fucking lot of them if you're really unlucky. But if you express your, even if you express yourself by sending me a song, or remember the music notes. So, and I wrote, I'd love that. So, yeah. So I feel when I wrote that, right, like what my feeling was like if you feel like someone isn't good about talking about their feelings, it's like well, you could either take it that they send you their higher self sends you songs, right? But I literally meant that as in like when you're talking, if they just send you a song where the words say it all, because there's so many amazing songs where that's a thing. So I feel the feminine's like knows that the masculine's not good at communicating their feelings. So like I feel you know how this person feels about you. But just because you know it, it doesn't mean that you don't deserve to hear it. Because I think even if you felt that, like I think that the reality of actually hearing somebody say it, you could be like, am I in a dream? Am I imagining this? Is this some kind of trick? And actually, that might not be a joke because I'm saying it feels like this person was like that. You might go a bit like that, like, is this real? What's the trick? Um, but that would also indicate you need a little more healing if you don't trust, because I did see trust in that deck too. Right, so what would help people get out? What would help people get out their south node and into their north node? I'm going so slow with this. I'm like, what the actual fuck? Um, let's use these. I normally use these for the past, but we'll just see. Right. What? Yeah, I'll just see when it comes out how I'll. Right, so stop feeling like you're fated to be alone, divine feminine, or masculine's feelings. You gave up on love because you think you aren't meant because you think you're meant to be alone. It's not true. I don't know about you, but I'm fucking resonating with that right now. So yeah, so whatever in whatever way you might feel that, like, get out your south node, get out the past and start visualizing being blissfully happy with the love of your life. And I don't care if that makes no fucking sense and they're trapped in the most trapped situation ever. It ain't gonna hurt the situation. Put love into it. But yeah, just, stop telling yourself that story. Love it. That's the masculine too. And the masculine card. Oh my god, masculine excuses. Yep, stop making excuses. Yep, loving it. You have so many reasons that you have so many reasons that it never works out. Find the reasons that it can work. Oh my god, yeah. So, and the song Yes is on right now. Wondrous Stories. So that's quite funny. Like, I feel this masculine presently, you could be like finding, or even in the past, you could be finding all the reasons why it wouldn't work and all the no's. When the song is on right now is Wondrous Stories, yes. How about finding the reasons why it will work and the ways you can make it work? Starting by talking with the person that you want to do that with. I know that seems really obvious, but some people go everybody else to get all the advice, and guess what? That's how sometimes you can get a load of fucking shite advice and people that are sabotaging you. along with nice people that want to support you and like, yeah, go and tell them you love them. There's going to be a lot of people like, oh, I don't think you should do that. I think, I think it's too late. I think they're fucking someone else, or that's if you've got the really toxic, narcissistic friendship group. Yeah, they'll be fucking at every night with someone else, mate. You've taken too long. So you have so many reasons that it never works out. Find reasons that it can work. So divine masculines, male and female. Stop telling yourself all the excuses under the sun, because really it's just because you're afraid and indecisive. Because there's a spell of indecision over you. Because there is over a lot of men in particular, but women too. Oh my God, I just said because you're afraid, and this says that. You're afraid to make a mistake, so you won't commit either way. That is a bad way to live your life. That's why my challenge is called Fuck It, Let's Go. Because what a sad existence if you spend your whole life being afraid of everything. Um, and I mean that in the nicest way possible. Like, come on to fuck. You've got to step out of the fear at some point, you know what I mean? Right, okay. What have we got? Is that not how a song starts? What have you got when you... I don't even know that song very well or like it. What have you got when you fall in love? Do-do-do-do. I don't know, it's something like that, but I don't even know what it is I'm singing right now. I don't even think that's the word, but I'm hearing the tune. Um, right. Subconsciously, what's going on? You feel like nothing's ever going to move forward because I've just pulled your proposal in reverse. An offer, a proposal that comes in the near future. An offer or a proposal in the near future that comes as a surprise. Because it's in reverse, it's like the feminine's like, yeah, this person's never going to be ready for commitment. And if they are, they're not going to commit to me. And like, it's just like, I think you're having I feel I feel if you're the feminine, you could be having nightmares, and I feel this is a masculine having nightmares. I feel both people having nightmares for some reason in this one. I'm feeling nightmares is moving on because that card at the start said I'm terrified. It said I'm terrified you're moving on. I feel both people are having dreams. It's like the feminine's having dreams that the masculine's never going to turn up, and the masculine's having dreams that the feminine moves on with someone else. That's what I feel. Keep the sparks flying. Oh, look, surprise, 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 surprise. There might be a moment like that because it's like that. That's Cilla Black. If you're not in the UK, it was like when I was wee, everyone, it was a dating show. It was like blind date where you had free dates. Well, maybe someone, there is cards that talk about dates. But anyway, but oh no, that's a different program. Yeah, I never used to. Anyway, I can't remember what surprise is about. I don't know if that's maybe maybe surprise was about bringing out a family member you hadn't seen for ages or a person from the past. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't think I watched that. But anyway, she presented blind date as well. So I think there's maybe something about dates with me thinking blind date. But that card said about surprise, and this says surprise too. Keep the sparks flying, surprise each other with gestures of love. So subconsciously, I feel the masculines like having visions and dreams of how they could come forward. And then on that video, there's a flower being passed to someone. It's actually a wee girl passing it to her mum, but I'm just seeing it as maybe something to do with the inner child. And then I saw the flowers on the beach today, and then what it made me think of too is that the best of me that I watched before, because I put it in the post, but oh my God, don't get me talking about it, I'll start crying. But I watched that with my pal on the Saturday before I went away. Because I do love films like that, right? And she knows I love films like that. But holy shit, it's fucking heartbreaking, man. It's annoying and it's heartbreaking. And it's just I can't stand films where like there's an old man gets beat up because he was protecting the guy, and I just like I want to jump into the telly and be like, "Fuck you, fucking bastard!" You know what I mean? So it's like anyway, it was just it really upsets. Like I'm serious, it really upsets me. Like I was like covering my eyes. I couldn't watch it. It's horrible. And then that's what made me remember the next day. I was like, I think I did see that years ago. And I've just gotten to that point in my life where you're getting old and you forget that you've saw something. which makes sense because it came out like it came out 12 wait a minute, yeah. Is that right? Is that oh my God, what year are we in? I can't even fucking count, guys. 12 years ago. Yeah, it came out in oh my God, is that 12 years ago? It came out in 2014 and I had a lot going on in my life in that time, so I'm gonna forgive myself for not remembering. But I think I did see it because I remembered this as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh my God, and now I just want to forget it again. But the film is beautiful, and there's a thing throughout the whole film where he gives her a red rose and then he gives her a red other flower, and it's very romantic. And then when they meet again when they're older, 20 years later, he gives her. I don't know if he does actually. I think he does. No, it's she's kept it the whole time. She's kept the dried flower. But what's interesting is she's like the masculine because she makes out that like she's not been thinking about him the whole time when really she's been thinking about him the whole time she's married somebody else and had kids and stuff and she's looking at this dried flower like you know what I mean like I miss him and then when you see what it was like when they're younger you understand why because it's just lovely you know it's very like twin flames really that's why I found it really upsetting I bought it too I fucking bought it I don't think I'll be watching it again so you're attracting interesting so the divine feminine in the conscious mind, you're attracting the right person at the right time into your life. This is funny because I nearly went the masculine with that, right? And actually, with what I said there, I could see how the masculine could be actually worrying that that's not them, especially if they're still healing from addictions or healing or something. Could be like they're going to attract the right person in their life at the right time, and what if it's not me? Tell us what the masculine's thinking about consciously. Hmm. Nurture your relationships. Like, oh my God, I love it when they do that. It's because it's Mediumship Monday, and if you're new, if I didn't already have about a million names for myself, and like I always say, I'm sure other people have names for me, and I don't really give a fuck whether it's good or bad. You can call me whatever you want out there. With your sad little lives if you're the nasty people. But I don't usually say it like that, but that's the eerie sass. But the flower medium is something that I could call myself because I really do. I mean, I just love, who doesn't love, I love flowers. They're pulling me the rose over there. And the flowers always come into my mediumship. But notice I just spoke all about the flower in that film, and then this has got nurture your relationships like blooming flowers. They'll flourish. That's so funny. But oh, that's sad. Oh my God, that is really sad. I did think they were going to integrate that film as soon as I came back to work because that's what he didn't do. And there's like a really touching part in the film when they meet 20 years after they were totally in love. And oh my God, oh my God, somebody did go, oh my God, somebody has been in jail in this, haven't they? Oh my God, that is so crazy. Oh. Wow, someone's been in jail. It might not be you, it might not be your person, but I'm telling you, it's someone's person because, right, that's what happens to him. Spoiler alert. Wow, that's why they're apart. He goes to, oh, I've just told you the, sorry if you want to watch it, but it's really old. Spoiler alert. He, somebody, right, so, oh my God, this is actually nuts. This is so, that I love when they do. Sorry, I don't love the context of it, especially because this. I'm talking about a film, but this is actually people's real lives. I'm picking up on. But use your own fucking discernment. This is for entertainment. It's general. Blah blah blah. You get what I'm saying. Um, like I love it because they're using the film because in that think about how many the narcissist card came out twice. I said it, then it came out twice, right? So this person was surrounded by narcissistic friends, possibly family, lovers, ex-lovers, whatever. Hopefully it's not all of them, but it's going to be somewhere in amongst it. Really difficult, toxic people that they were wanting to keep away from the feminine. If that's not your story, it isn't yours, but that's what I'm picking up on. Um, because that's exactly what is in that film, and it's heartbreaking. He stays away from her because of his family, because they're so toxic and they're being horrible to him and all that kind of stuff. And this is what I'm praying this is making sense to no one. But then it gets one worse, and that's why the old man gets beat up because the dad beats him up that bad that he runs away, and this old man takes him in, and then they go and batter the old man. It's so horrible. It's like honestly horrible. And they also do something disgusting. The old man has a, sorry for calling him old man, he's an older man. He has this like rose garden or something like for his late wife, and they run over the rose. It's not, if you're sensitive, don't watch this film. But it is nice for the romantic bit though. But anyway, that's why I've just been like, that's fucking mental that Jailhouse Rock came on when I started, because he goes to jail. Like he goes to jail for something he didn't do, because the toxic family, like he goes to then go and, well, he takes a gun to go and um go to the family because they've just beat up the guy that's basically been like his dad because he's looked after him. And it's like somebody, somebody that's somebody ends up getting shot that's like, an innocent person. And it's because of the way like he was trying to shoot the bad guy, and it's tragic. So it's an accident. So I don't know how much I want to delve into this, but maybe someone's been falsely accused of something, or had a toxic narcissist or something lie about them. And because again, this is what I mean, this happens. Like anyone can be lied about, and the justice system is fucking ridiculous. Like I studied when I was at uni, I remember being horrified about people that are put away in jail for like 20 years, and you find out they were innocent. And like they did, I hope that it's different now, but I was horrified at that. I didn't know that people just get flung back out in the street. They don't even get money to get themselves together. It's not, you probably get a sorry if you're fucking lucky. Oh, sorry, you were wrongly accused in 20 years. You know what I mean? They don't get treated right. Maybe they do now, I hope so, but it's fucking horrifying. Uh, so yeah, I hope nothing like this has happened to someone, but I mean, that's two things about jail. And then shit, was I not even saying, hey, that's a bit weird. On one of those cards, I was even saying somebody could have been trapped and not, and this is not looking good. I hope this is not literal jail, but this is like something pretty dark. Um, Look, love may come with sacrifices. Value what you're willing to give up. And then I'm channeling about in that film, they gave up each other. She didn't though. He basically, I'm just telling you the whole film. He was already trying to stay away from her, right, because of the family. Then he doesn't have a choice because he gets put in jail, and she's like, "I'll wait on you," and he's like, "I don't want you to." And then I think even when he comes, yeah, basically, it's one of the things that always happens in film that's so annoying. I don't even love you, I hate you, and really they're like crying, like I do, I just wanted the best for you. You know what I mean? It's like fuck off. Do you know what I mean? It's just being a martyr. It's like, but yeah, that's what annoyed me about that, because she was a bit like myself. She was a fiery woman from a teenager, and she's still meant to be a fiery woman 20 years later. And it's like she knew what she wanted then, she knows what she wants now, and she wanted him, and he was trying to play God. And then that's probably, for me, I think that's the most poignant part of the whole film, is he's like, I made a mistake. Like I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I'm sorry I done that and stuff. And then it's obviously pretty sad. Well, yeah, because it doesn't end well. I'm sure you can guess. But it will end well in this story. That's the difference. It will end well in this story. We're speaking that over this connection. No matter how toxic the people have been, whether it's one person or a few people or the whole fucking lot of them around someday, this person is going to get what they want, because they're going to nurture this relationship like a blooming flower, which means take your time, water the plants. The grass is greener where you water it. It's not greener on the other side. It's fake astroturf. I hope we've all learned that lesson from all the stories I've been telling over 5 years. I don't know why I'm pointing this lighter at you, but I've never done that before. But right, okay. So because I want to use these cards again to see what the masculine's saying now. So what is the masculine saying now? What does that card say? I did. I didn't mean what I said. Okay, guys, we love it, but that's a bit creepy when you do that. I didn't mean what I said. So notice I'm channeling about that film, and he's like, I made a mistake. I didn't mean it, because he was trying to say, didn't mean. So if somebody said they didn't like you or they hated you or something to get you to go away, they didn't mean it. Or if they were just horrible to you, they regret what they said. Oh my God, Phil Collins, both sides of the story is on. There's a fucking story developing here anyway. So what does the masculine want to say now? With their conscious mind, what do they want to say now? Where are they at? If the healing addictions card comes out, that's going to be nuts. I think it just says addictions. Or I'm healing wounds from a past relationship. I love you because I did see that on the card. Or, but we'll just see. I keep seeing signs of you everywhere I go. This is the conscious mind, this is now, but everyone's past, present, future, who knows? Oh my god, oh my god, that's totally like that film. I'm overcoming childhood trauma. Yeah, so this is why, this is what I was meaning when I said earlier as well. It's not always that there's some big, like, well, this does seem like a lot of drama, but it's like, it could be that this is somebody's past and they're not in that now, but what they're healing now is childhood trauma or healing from what they've went through in the past when they're younger, like, even in another relationship or something. But, and then that could be why someone's like panicking that, someone else is going to come along while they're doing that healing. Or you're doing that healing, whoever you are. So, but also scarily like that film because that film, right? Although it's a film, it's a really good example of when I've said I have had some clients where their family are just evil, toxic. And I'm sorry if that triggers people because your family, nobody's family's perfect, but they're not that bad. But that is some people's experience. And that kind of feels like what I'm picking up on here with like a Black Widow spider in the mix and narcissist coming out twice. And I saw manipulation too. And like the card said manipulation and threatening behavior. Like this is totally weirdly like that film. But it makes sense because this is the first video I've done after I watched that. I'm I'm coming back home. I say that with that card. I always, and I'm like, it's either going to be Michael Bublé or it's going to be James Arthur, and that's a Michael Bublé one. If that's not, I'm sure it is though. I'm sure it's yeah. But look, I'm coming back soon. I keep seeing signs everywhere I go. I'm moving through some deeper healing and shadow work. I'm coming back soon. When? Wait a minute. Watch this. Right. Oh my god. If that happens, this will be freaky. There's a spring card in this because I clipped it the other day. When are you coming back? Collective of masculines. We're doing this with a pinch of salt, guys, because timing is an illusion. Annoyingly. Are you fucking kidding me? That's weird. That's sorry, this is really creeping me out. So it's weird because it says deadline. And sorry, I'm like laughing. That is oh my god, that is so weird. That is really weird. I was talking about things like that today. That's so weird. I've had like signs of it, right? Okay, so wow. This person's gave themselves a deadline. So I don't know whether they've like said to themselves like, right, I need to do this by next Monday, or I need to do this by the next full moon, or I need to do this by this day, or I need to see them by their birthday. Obviously, my one never fucking pays attention to that. I'll not hold my breath, shall I? My birthday's a Saturday night too, so do you know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? That's an opportunity, but I'll have a backup plan or a first plan there just in case. But that's why I always think it's annoying when I'm reading these stories. It's like someone wants to surprise you for your birthday. No, how about you fucking pop up the week before the birthday or a wee bit before that so you can actually plan something better? Do you know what I mean? Like it's not like you'd be like, oh fuck's sake, do you know what I mean? You'd be happy to you'd be like, you could have came a bit sooner. Anyway, Virgo Moon, we're just being a bit critical here. Because really, in not Delulu land, they don't fucking show up at all, do they? But we'll just push that aside. Just a wee joke there. I had to sort of get that in. But yeah, it could be that, there's a birthday or an anniversary, or it could just be that like I've said, they've said I need to do this by next Tuesday because I'm just driving myself crazy. But yeah, this clock, oh my God, it's the one with weird timing. I don't know if it's meant to be. Yeah, I don't know what time it's meant to be honest, because why's it got free hands? Like, I don't know. I think it's meant to be like 10 past 10. I suppose we could make it 10 past midnight, or 10 past 10 in the morning, or 10 past 12 midday. But yeah, time's running out. On the edge. Intervention. Can't wait no longer. Terrible English, but this person can't wait no longer, damn it. Yeah, so that's quite, that's nuts that I've just said. When are you coming? And then they've given out deadline. Like, you don't get to know when they're coming, but they've got a deadline. So this person's made a deadline in their head. Or it could be that the feminine's like, right, I've already given it all this time and energy. If they don't show up by this time, I'm moving on. I'd love to know where you're moving on to, being this on this journey for this long. But I just feel it's like, for me personally, it's like you are less patient and yeah, it's just you've got less patience. Doesn't mean you're going to be horrible at anything, but it's just kind of like, sorry, what's your name again? Do you know what I mean? Like, like I'm sure I know you from somewhere, but it's been that long. I can't even. Maybe not that bad. It depends how long it's been. But yes, but then right, it's got getaway on the back. Run away in the sunset. Begin an adventure. Go on a vacation. So to be serious here, this person could be saying, I've got a deadline, and when I come in, I want to see. Yeah, I think this is what This is what I channeled for like last week's one as well. It's like, um, I've got a deadline. I'm working to my own healing with what I'm working through, whether it's childhood trauma or addictions, or clearing energy from karmic people, whatever it is. And it's like, and when I come towards you, I want to run away in the sunset. No, it's well, it could be that, but it's like, I want to go on an adventure. I want to know if you trust me enough to go away for the night, or to go away for a weekend, or would you let me take you on holiday for longer? You know what I mean? It's something like that. It's like, because and then also there could be children involved, because children was on the back there. Responsibilities, childhood, immaturity, innocence. Actually, that would make a lot of sense, especially if there's two girls involved here, because it's two little girls playing. But I mean, it could be one of them's your kid, one of them's your niece, or one of them's your kid, one of them's their pal. But there's two little girls. And also, you could have two boys, or three boys, or whatever, a girl and two. And you might not have kids at all and it's about the inner child, but it's just that pulled my eyes in. But also, that would make sense in this, because this person was coming up with loads of excuses. So it could be someone that's got responsibilities, it's got a family, it's got a kid or a few kids, or do you know what I mean? Just, you can't just up and leave and go on a holiday, or you can't just sort of, you've got, when you've got children, you have to be careful about who you bring into their life. And also, um, and actually, that doesn't happen with people for, you know what I mean? It's, anyway, yous know better than me anyway. But I do know, because I help people with this all the time. But yeah, partner to partner, unsafe decisions, not thinking. So yeah, well, actually, I think that's what it is. I think some people as well have been like, yeah, that's what I think that is. I think people have been like, oh, you can't, you've got these commitments, and you know what I mean? Yeah, I can feel the energy of that. But look, this person's like, yes, I can. Union. Union, reconciliation, coming back, second chance, rebuilding. So I basically look at this: revenge, patterns, enjoying the show, getting even, childish behavior. This is horrible shit. Whoever these narcs, this is so like this film. It's not like the exact things, but I feel there's been someone around this group of masculines that enjoyed the show and enjoyed watching this person be stuck in patterns and getting even. I mean, I don't know what that's about, but childish behavior. Like, that kind of feels like I've had synchronicity. It's hard to explain, but I've had synchronicities that would make sense with things like this, right? That feels like somebody that would like steer somebody in another direction, because they're either jealous of what the potential of what you could have, or in some really cases it could be that the person wants the person themselves. It's not going to be for everyone, but when it's saying like getting eaten, I don't know, there's something a bit weird about that. And then look, commitment, marriage, soulmate energy, sharing goals, long-term happiness. But when I said whoever's resonating with this, I feel because of how dark it is, it's like you're going to get union, you're going to get, you're going to get whatever you want. If you want this to go to marriage, it's going to go to marriage. If you want it to, if you want to be in a secure, happy relationship, you're going to be in that. There was two swans that make the heart on that advert there. Right, shuffle these once more, and then I need to hurry up because I need a pee. Um, what do you want to say before I put these cards away? Look at that. I'm going on to the next question, but something just made me shuffle them. I want to be with you. So yeah, I feel whatever. I done that a bit fast, but wait a minute, I might actually just use that. I doubt I will, but um, whatever people have tried to stand in this group of masculines' way or your way, however many people, whoever it was, whether it was revenge or jealousy or envy or betrayal. I do think I'm picking up on that because of what I said about this being Holy Week and Wednesday in particular being connected to betrayal, but really it could be to the whole week. I do think there's been betrayals of some kind here. Right. Okay. What karmic lessons are being learned and what needs to be released? Uh-oh, this deck. Oh, actually, I do want to use. Where is. Actually, you know what I could do? I could actually shuffle that biblical deck, and then it would be weird if the Jesus card came out. Right. What is a karmic lesson that's been learned here? Feminine, stop chasing. So I'm sure you weren't literally chasing. But remember, actually, shit, this came out on one of the other ones because I remember saying the same thing. But I'm sure you weren't literally chasing them, hounding them. Please love me, please be with me, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? It's like you might have made movement towards them to let them know, like, look, are you ever going to fucking do this? Because I know you feel the same. And then, like, well, yeah, I do feel it was something like that. And more than likely, this person was like not ready. So, however that went, you'll know. But fear of abandonment, chasing codependencies. So, I feel the karmic lesson you learn is don't chase people that aren't like they're not available. They're not emotionally available. Definitely don't chase people that aren't literally available. But like, you know what I mean? I feel even if this person was not with someone or not with someone seriously, like they weren't emotionally available, don't chase people like that. They need to heal. Focus on your own healing. And if it's your true twin flame, they will begin to heal. You just don't get to fucking determine the timeline of that. But right. Masculine. Oh, the dragon, oh yep, the dragonfly transformation. Light-hearted and adapt, finding out and change, things coming to light and heal. Very interesting because that's in line with the shorts where someone's realizing false twin flame or I'm in the wrong partnership. I know where I want to be. Um, and also that is actually kind of like that film, very like it because she marries someone else who actually becomes an alcoholic, but unfortunately it's because they lose a child. So, I mean, it's a fact that when people go through that type of grief, often people don't stay together because it's so traumatic. It's tragic. I mean, I've known people that's happened to, but um, but yeah, she's just deeply unhappy in this relationship, and he's drinking a lot and she's just in love with the other guy. But I feel like she's like the masculine, and every film I watch, the woman is like the masculine. It's weird, but 5 o'clock's on that clock on the telly, so 5 in the morning or 5 at night could be significant too. But yeah, things coming to light. That's the vibe because that's what's on the shorts, and that's what was in the video that I filmed for tomorrow. The false twin flame card came up again. So that card doesn't come up a lot. So the fact that it's come up in the shorts that I filmed 2 weeks ago for now, and it came out in the one for tomorrow. Weird. Like, things are coming to light. Like this person's seen things they couldn't see before. Oh my god, Deborah. Because like that's fucking right. That is, and she's right. Here's one I prepared earlier. 78 cards, and Deborah's sitting here. Deborah or Debbie is an important name here because Deborah, prophetess and leader, is what she's called, the Queen of Wands in this deck. Wow. And it flashed up Deborah on the telly because it's Disco 2000. I wanna live like common people. I wanna live. Maybe you met this person at a disco or something. But, or going out. Look, the star, hope and healing, Star of Bethlehem. Things can be saved here. 2nd of September or 9th of November or 2nd of November or what am I missing here? 9th of November, I said that. 11th of September could be significant. Where is the Twinflame deck actually? Because that's... There. Who the fuck is it? No, there it is. Have I done the chat? No, that's the next one, isn't it? If Deborah comes, by the way, if the Queen of Wands comes out again, that's going to be nuts. But that's weird enough that that flashed up on the TV. What are the chances of that? That out of 78 cards, I pick a card that's got Deborah on it, and then Deborah flashes up on the music video. Again, I don't always bring out names, right? Because I'm very good at that in private sessions, but I just feel it could get a bit awkward for me because they'll show me people with the same names and stuff, and it's kind of like, but that one's too weird to be, you know what I mean? Right, shadow work. Right, let's go for it. What have we got for the feminine then? Now, again, if the Queen of Wands comes out, that is because that's the different. That will be so not. Right, what's the shadow work for the feminine or the masculine's feminine side? I hope he notices me. That's what it comes up in the video. Now I know her name. What do I do now? You see, so it's like, although that's saying it like two people don't know each other, it's like the feminine's like, oh, I hope he's coming my way because that just flashed up. It just said he's coming my way. The feminine's like, I hope he's coming, or change the genders, whatever. Um, and the masculine's like getting themselves ready in the mirror. Do you know what I mean? And now it's got this can't be happening. This is really it. This is really funny. And now they're kissing. I think they're telling you what happens. And he's grabbing her arse. Yep, I think this is a premonition. Right, the feminine. Oh, and he's going to the Johnny machine. That's went a bit far, isn't it? Right, so um this is the problem. What suit is that? I want to try and guess without looking, but this is what I mean. My memory's terrible with things like this because I'm like, when they call it something else, Ace of Feathers, how's that meant to fucking help me? It's not the wands. I think the wands are something else. I think that might be the swords. I think that's the truth. If that's the ace of swords, soul's conversion. I'm gonna have to check. I think it's the sword. I'm going for the swords. Let's see. Because when you know what suit it is, you can read the card by what you know what it is. But it's like it's intriguing me. The what's it called? Ace of feathers. Because it wouldn't be. It's not the pentacles. It's not the wands. And it's not the cups. It's definitely the swords. So it's a truth and clarity. So the feminine, if you're not already in truth and clarity, the truth and the clarity is coming because this person said I'm coming soon. Um I know that it is that, but I just wanna right, we're at the feathers. Yes, it is. I knew it was, because when you just can't so that is a good example of when you're in, well, I don't know if this was you, but this was my experience. I am terrible at maths. I know I do the numbers and stuff, we get drawn to things, but that's different. But it's like I was in the worst maths class ever and I hated them. But I don't want to talk about that. Sometimes get upset about that. But in one of my maths class, I had a guy that sat in front of me that used to make me laugh, um and he was the best part about that class, and because it was scary. Do you know what I mean? Nobody would dare into you, like, but I didn't speak, I was very shy, and I just was like, and I also knew, well, I just hated school basically. Long story short, but the reason why it makes me sad is because that the guy that sat in front of me, like, tragically, like, died. Um, to be honest with you, not long after we were in, because he was only 15. So, and it's like he sometimes comes in and like just says hi. But the songs come on that remind me of him, and I did hear one actually while I was away. But anyway, so it's Why am I talking about that? No, I don't know when his birthday. I don't know why I'm talking about it. I don't think. I really don't actually know. That would be weird if it was. Doesn't need to be a birthday or anything like that, but it's definitely not the anniversary when he died. But anyway, clarity and mental breakthroughs, new ideas and insights, truth revealed through reflection, clear communication, expression, fresh perspective on challenges. Well, we know all of this because I know what the Ace of Swords is, but I just wanted to know. Of course, I don't know, and this is what the thing is. Some of you will know more than me if you know the Bible. Saul's conversion, Acts 9. I mean, you could always Google it to see, but in fact, I want to actually. That's what I'll do. We can learn together. I will, but some of you will actually know. I'm gonna, because it was interesting when I looked up the one that I pulled for myself. It was like totally my energy. Um, but basically, the shadow work you're doing, feminine, is you're getting the truth and the clarity. And oh my God, wow, that is actually not. Sorry, I've just seen the. This is definitely. Sorry, see with some of the fucking synchronicities, good, bad, and yeah, fucking shite. Like some of the this is so fucking this is actually spot on. Like I feel you're getting truth and clarity about things that you've been in the dark about for a long time. Saul's conversion, Acts 9, was a dramatic turning point where Saul, a zealous persecutor of early Christians, was blinded by divine light on the road to Damascus. Entering the risen Jesus, he was transformed, later regaining his sight, being baptized and becoming Paul the Apostle to the Gentiles. Okay, so any of these names that are getting chucked out, like Deborah, Paul, could all be significant for whatever reasons, or Saul. Some people are called Saul, not as many. The journey and encounter. While travelling to Damascus arrest, Christians, a bright light from the heavens surrounded Saul, causing him to fall to the ground. Okay, you can look anyway. I just want to read a wee bit more about it because it's. But yeah, I love these cards though. They're beautiful. Yeah, you're getting. I feel you've already heard truth and clarity, feminine, or it's coming because I've had a moment like that. Um, right, but the moment actually could be the masculine coming to talk to you. That's obviously not what it was for me, or I wouldn't be. But it was a bit. It was a big thing. Right. So right, that's very cryptic, isn't it? Right. What have we got for? But again, we're a few days from the full moon, and the full moon illuminates the subconscious and shines a big bright light on things. So answers do come. Right. What have we got for the masculine? Now, wouldn't it be amazing if the Jesus Ascending card comes out? Because that is the fuck this card in this deck. It is the Eight of Cups. I would love that. Because we're heading for Easter. Um, oh my god, I'm here for it. It's not that card, but it's the fucking Emperor. Oh my god. That is divine masculine. That's like the most divine masculine vibes you can get. So yeah, this person's coming soon, baby. We're getting that card. Where is the wherever it happened? I want to follow my Emperor wants to follow their heart. You know what I'm saying? I the oh my what is happening here? I want to follow my heart. I love you because I'm the Emperor. Hello. Could we all have this, please? Look at that. King Solomon, the Emperor. I want to follow my heart. I love you. I'm the Emperor. I'm not listening to all these narcissistic, toxic people around me. It's not that for everyone, so take a chill pill if that's not your situ. Isn't it? I don't know. I think I like that for the thumbnail. Wow. So yeah, I mean, basically, the masculine in the shadows is done. So if this person's been working through childhood trauma and healing, I'd say they've done it. Like, you know what I mean? It never stops. That's the good news, people. But I need to put that a bit closer. Wow, that's powerful. I don't think there's a need to read that from the wee book because it's not the thing about that. It's not like sometimes tarot books actually say something like different, but that's not actually saying anything drastically different from what the original. That's what's a bit annoying, like you know what I mean. It would have been nicer if they had, but I think that's the whole point is to encourage you to read the book, and I will. in my own way. Um, right. King Solomon, nah, doesn't he? It just tells you, yeah, we know what it's about. Establishing structure, leading with wisdom, building a stable foundation, and that's what this person wants to do. They want to nurture the connection like a blooming flower or blooming rose. Discipline and decisions, taking control. And I feel it links back to that film, The Best of Me. Because you know what totally went over my head was I didn't realise it was called The Best of Me because me and my pal were talking, I totally missed the point. Well, it's not the point, but I think when he's writing a letter to her before something really sad happens, I'm sure you can guess. I think I might be making this up, but I'm piecing together the bits that I wasn't paying attention to. I think I need to watch this by myself. Actually, I think I'm going to watch that by myself with my wee dog that's not my dog tomorrow, my wee pal. I think I'll watch that and have a cry. Or I might not, because that sounds a bit depressing. What are we on? We're in Virgo moon. Oh, I could watch that at the weekend because it's my 12th hour, it's my Scorpio moon. Well, I've not got a Scorpio moon. It's the Scorpio moon for me, and yeah, that's definitely I'm gonna do that. Um, but because that's when I crawl into my shell and I'm like, I have to protect my energy, and I'm just gonna watch this film and I'm just gonna cry. Sometimes I want to watch something like 50 Shades of Grey. It'll depend what mood I'm in, but it's like because I love the romance in that. But I mean, Scorpio Moon is spicy too. But it's where I love the romance in that. But it's kind of like yeah, he says something like "You were the best of me." But I mean, when you see it, it's not hard to believe because he there wasn't. Oh my God! Look what they're pulling me to. Roses. Do you know, my friend actually said to me that when I held that up months ago, it was connected to her dad, and it wasn't, unfortunately, it wasn't my best friend that's dad had died not long before that. It's another friend, and it was because her dad had like loved the roses in the garden or something. So I might be doing that again. Um, right. Um, but yeah, can't get over that. Wow, that's powerful. So, and it's 11:11. It's divine time. I would say this masculine has transformed into the emperor beyond, I would say, beyond all expectations of others around them. And maybe even the feminine, like, I feel if you're the feminine, I feel you did say, I'm so proud you're my divine masculine. I feel you always believed this person was going to grow in the way they're capable of, but you could have been losing hope recently, but never completely given up hope, which I feel is important. That's why my ringtone's been for the past God knows how many years, to be honest. It's well over like Don't Stop Believing. But yeah, I think what it means is I think this person's going to like so say you're like, oh, I always knew they were going to do it, but I feel they're going to like do it in an even bigger way than what you even thought. So that'll mean different things for different people. Yeah, but it's fucking good anyway. Um, King Solomon was the third king of the United Kingdom of Israel and is celebrated as one of the most significant figures in Hebrew Bible. The son of King David and Bathsheba, I can't say this. He oversaw a golden age of unprecedented peace, wealth, and architectural achievement. He is most famous for his divinely granted wisdom, the construction of the first temple in Jerusalem, and his eventual spiritual downfall. Well, we'll not talk on too much about that. But the thing is what's powerful about that, as I was reading at 11:11, by the way, is all the things about you're a powerful light worker and you're profoundly clairvoyant, and the Emperor is the fucking boss daddy. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if we need to use that deck, but like it'd be funny if Boss Daddy came out though. But it's like this person didn't feel like they were good enough to grow into being the Emperor. I feel this person didn't have like belief in themselves or however you want, or confidence in themselves. Like I feel it's like that because there's a really sad bit in The Best of Me when that made me cry actually. It was the it's the older man that's been taking care of him. Like I don't know. I think he's got. I think oh shit, it might be right. Oh god, I think it's right before the people come in and beat him up. But it's like he started saying to the guy like thank you for your. I don't know exactly what he says, but he started saying something like thank you for your grace and your kindness. Like I've never had anyone treat me with that respect. And it's just like you're like, oh no, like do you know what I mean? It's because the actor in it is really lovely. Because it was funny, right? Because what is like to be honest, James Marsden plays the older version, right? And hello there. That's the one that she has to choose between James Marsden and Ryan Gosling in the Notebook, and you're like, what the fuck? Like they knew what they were doing when they were casting that, because you're kind of like, "Eeny, meeny, miny, but I'm only joking." It was always going to be Noah. It was always going to be Noah. But what I'm saying is James Marsden's hot. And he seems like a nice guy in that too, but he just wasn't Noah. He wasn't the one. Noah's the one from the childhood. Noah's the one from the teenage years. It wasn't over. Still isn't over. So sorry, lad. You're gonna need to go and find somebody else. It's not real, but anyway. But like it's it's just really touching because the older man's like you don't even need to say that. So that's what I'm feeling. It's like because that guy in the film didn't have anyone that was nice to him. Like they were not only were they horrible to him, like his own dad was fucking beating him up. So again, this is again really dark story. It's just a film. Please God, I hope it's nobody's resonating with this. But it's like, it could even just be that people don't speak very nice yet. But it did have narcissists come about a million times. So I definitely feel whoever resonates with this does not have the nicest of people around them. Or you didn't in the past. And you've broke free and you've become the emperor that you are. And to go and get what you want. Love it. And yeah, look, you've went through a huge transformation. And there's a full moon behind the head. So I'm saying the head because it's a skull on a horse. But it's the fourth horseman, Revelation 6, 7, 8. The death card though, the full moon. Full moon's on Thursday. Well, it's Wednesday going into Thursday, the wee hours of Thursday morning. This person's, yeah, I would say this group of masculines, if this is you, you have changed in such a huge way that everybody's shocked. And I think even the feminine will be shocked in however you've changed. Like I feel like this is going to be if when this one comes true for however many people, because it's not everyone's right. It's like I feel it's going to be something like I don't know. I just feel the way in which this person's like it's everything you loved about them, but they're in their strength, their confidence, or like they've got something back that they lost, or like I don't know. It's huge. Hello Marie, how are you doing? Hey, I'll try and stay awake, babe. Yes, just you, just you do you. Um, I actually really need to go for it. I think we'll speed this up because I need to go for a pee, but then I'm going to come back and do mediumship Monday. Yes, it's lovely to see you too. Oh, Marie, I was not. Well, I wasn't. You're not. You're not near London, are you? You're not. Yeah, you're a bit further out, aren't you? I was just in London last week, so I was just telling my dad today. I was like, I could never live there because I honestly sometimes I think that and I'm like, I would either like to live in Ireland, but I couldn't. Like, I'm sorry, I just couldn't. London is like, because like even when we were going to take the wee one in, well, I right, take the wee one to nursery. They were leaving before 8 o'clock. I did not go on that journey. I was maybe going to go the day I was leaving, but that didn't happen either. But at least I got up to say bye to her. But no, when we went to pick her up, just the traffic and that, and I mean, she's not even in like main London, but it's just so busy everywhere. I just, oh. Do you know what I'm so grateful of? The thing is, it wasn't the trains that bothered me, right? Like I was okay with the train. I forgot how cramped it is in a train, though. I bought which might seem a bit extra, but I bought actual headphones, especially for the train, right? And I'm so glad I did because I've got the earbud things, and I've still not found my earbud. Remember, I lost it before. I lose it all the time, so fuck knows where it is. It's when the Amazon thing goes, and I jump up from my bed, and it's flew across my room somewhere, and I've no idea where it is. Probably under my bed, but I've probably hoovered it or something. Please God, no. Hopefully, I've not hoovered it, but. I'm sure they would know about it, and it would break my new fucking Hoover that I love. It's not new, but I still treat it like it's new because I've not. I think I got it last year sometime, but Um, yeah, it was actually the bus journey that was only 10 minutes. I really didn't want to face that myself, and I didn't have to. So God answered my prayers in that way because my cousin and her wee girl met me to get the bus back to theirs, and then also when I was going home, she got me in, so I was glad because again, weirdly, although it's only 10 minutes, that's what I didn't want to be getting on with my luggage and everything myself. Because they like being on a bus here, never mind in fucking London when it's so busy and that. But but then unfortunately, the on the train going to hers, like the connecting train, there was actually, which I found really weird, and I thought I'm not gonna lie, stuff like that happens to me a lot, like car accident. It's like I feel like because that was gonna happen anyway, it was like I felt like I was in that part of the world to like pray to like free their souls or something. Because there was actually two people that jumped onto the tracks. Like not at the same time, but like on this, I don't know, it must have been, I don't know how far apart the timing was, but it was right on the one that I was meant to be getting on. So, and what was weird was the ticket woman sent me to the, because in King's Cross, there's King's Cross and then there's the one over the road, and she sent me the wrong way. But actually, this is a good example of being, God's redirections, God's protection, because I don't think I would have even been able to get on that train anyway because of what happened. Um, but because I'd went 15 minutes the wrong way, like when I got there, because I knew from the girl's reaction when she was like, "Oh yeah, the next one should be here." Like and she's like, and I just could tell by her face, like they must know that when the regular trains aren't appearing, it's because there's been, an accident. Well, because I think that happens too often. My cousin said it does happen like quite often. It's horrible. Um, so prayers for all those souls that felt that that was the only way out, and also for all their families because it's just horrible. I mean, it stayed with me all night. You know what I mean? I couldn't really get it out of my head. The thing is, the sad thing is, I bet you if you live there, you kind of do just put it out your head and have to get on with it. But because that's not something I'm used to, I was trying to get my head around. It wasn't just one person; it was two people. I mean, and then just how busy the train was as well because that had happened. The rush hour train, which I wasn't meant to be on, I was going to be just miss it, was like rammed, and that is yeah, I don't know. Do you know what made me think of that? I thought if you, I mean, because let's face it, I am one of those people, but I thought, see people that have got like about a million different, I don't like, I don't like any of the words, difficulties. I don't like any of the words you're meant to use. I thought like, there's not a lot of leeway for understanding people's additional needs. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of have to get the fuck on with it. So that's quite a good example of why I say quite a lot. Look, I'm one of those people too. I've got like pretty much everything under the fucking sun. But it's like, not really, but you know what I mean, quite a lot of stuff that I need to work with. But I don't see much of a point in like being victim mode about it too much because in situations like that, you have to learn to sort of navigate your anxiety or your overwhelm or your, you know what I mean, too much going on, like whatever it is you've got, whether it's ADHD or autism or ADHD or other things, you know what I mean? You kind of, it's like in that, I don't know how many people are going to be that kind of. Although I must say, like when I was getting quite overwhelmed, the girl next to me was nice. She was like, "It isn't normally this busy," so I'm usually quite lucky like that. I just feel like I get like other earth angels around me. Wonderwall's on right now. And after all, you're my wonder. Maybe that's the confession. I'm the emperor. After all, you're my wonder wall. um, so, right, what would help with inner union? And I'm going to speed through this so that I can go for a pee and then I'm going to come back and God knows what time I'll be going to my bed. I plan to go to my bed now, but that ain't happening. But it's not a big deal. So I would maybe think maybe half one. I don't even want to say a time because then I don't want to say a time. If we're having fun, I'll stay later. But um, What would help with inner union for the feminine? Can't get over that the Emperor came out. That is so amazing. Right. For inner union, growth and pain came out in reverse. So I feel for inner union, you're being acknowledged feminine and masculine's feelings, which fits with the Emperor coming out for the masculine. That you've grown a lot through your own pain, whether it's childhood trauma or any kind of trauma from the past relationships, betrayals, because like I said, it's going to be a big theme this week. Um, you know, you've learned to stay with it and work through your feelings. And if you're currently still working to do that, book a session because that's what I help people do. But yeah, meditation, escapism. So that's what would help for inner union, go inwards. That's really weird because I've heard like variations of that in so many different places today alone. And then I've even said it today as well. It's like go inwards. You know what I mean? When everything's chaotic outside, go inwards. Because that is what you need to learn to do in these times. You know what I mean? New Earth is not a golden castle in the sky. You know what I mean? It's like a frequency and you can drop out of it. That's why the thing I've been channeling for like the past 10 years now is, the old earth is crumbling, which is so weird because I catch so many people using that word in, and it's like, that's, you know what I mean? I wasn't copying anyone, like that channeled through for me. So it's weird that people even say the old earth is crumbling and the new earth is got like I find that really weird, but I mean it's because it was given to me. Um but yeah, the old earth, the fear in that it is crumbling away. But and the new earth frequency is here if you want to be in it, but like you have to consciously disconnect from the fear energy and connect to the new earth, which is why I say that in my activation. Um, but you can just do that, say it yourself, just consciously. Like, if you're falling too much into the fear energy, you're connecting with that vibration. Connect to the new earth frequency. Right. Masculine. And again, a way to easily do that is to book a session. Or even you don't need to book it. You don't always need to book a session because not everyone's going to do that. You just tune into the video. You'll know that yourself. People tell me all the time that they felt like shit and then they watch one of these, even if it was a big dramatic story that was not yours and they felt better. So, you know what I mean? Like, you're welcome. And that's what I mean about that's part of my abundance is my Neptune in Capricorn, my Jupiter in Capricorn. Like I put this work out and then I attract the clients that are meant to work with me and like I said, sometimes it's a quieter time, sometimes a busier time. But I kind of feel like, not this week because I'm purposely not working this week because I'm in I'm embracing the Holy Week. Because I didn't realize this is what I mean. I don't like know exactly all that. I just sort of I felt it and then I saw synchronicity and I was like, oh yeah, it's the Holy Week. So um, yeah, I feel guided to be in my own energy. And then, but do this, and then I'm doing Wednesday, but then that's it. Yeah, that is it because the moon goes into my 12th house towards the end of the week, so I would spend time alone anyway. So, um, and then, um, but yeah, next week I feel things are going to be busy for me from next week onwards. I can just feel it. Maybe not fully until I get back after my birthday, kind of thing. But again, I always used to make a big fucking song and dance about my birthday. Now I forget what, I mean, yeah. This, to be honest, this does feel like a big deal because I've saw that the new moon is on my sun and then the full moon is on my moon. But also, I don't know why 42 just feels like a bit, I just keep thinking I'm only 8 years away until I'm 50. Like 40 was kind of fun and now I'm like, wow, life's going by really quickly. Sorry, that's a bit depressing. But we are going to live until we're a lot older. And I was always told I was going to outlive everyone in my life, which is actually kind of depressing rather than a nice thing. But um, I don't know. It feels like, wow, how am I that old? Right, okay. Anyway, sorry guys, I'm just floating away in a bit of right. Trust me, if you're sitting watching this at like 37, 38 or something, because that's ages of my cousin, or like Definitely if you're a woman. I mean, I just feel like really the pressure to warn everyone. Don't think you can eat whatever you want and get away with it. That shit creeps up on you. Take that on board big time. And but also just yeah, I think just that. But just it does go very fast. If you tolerate this, your children will be next. Is on. If you tolerate this, then your children will be next. As we're sitting here, the generational curse breakers. It's fucking true though. If you're in an unhappy situation and you tolerate it and you think that's all you're worth, guess what? You're just teaching your child. Sorry, this is harsh, but it's coming through. You're teaching your children to do the same. Break the pattern. Having the courage and the bravery to step away from a relationship you're unhappy in, even if it's a marriage, is a very brave thing to do. And you're teaching your children that your happiness matters, therefore their happiness matters. And I'm sorry and I'm sending you prayers if you're stuck in a situation where you've not got the strength or you feel like you can't get out of that. But you can, and you're actually going to be doing everyone a favour, even the person. Because I always think that I'm like people that are stuck with somebody that doesn't actually love that. You know what I mean? That's not nice either. Like they should be with somebody that actually loves them. But sometimes it's the case that that person's the one that's actually manipulating someone. So you don't know in the different people's situations. But right, what have we got? Hello, Charlotte. How are you doing? And I met Charlotte. I met Charlotte and her children. That was exciting. Well, I don't know if it was exciting for them, but poor parents, like, who's this Scottish bird you're taking us to meet? Although, Charlotte did tell me that both her children said I look just the same as I do on YouTube. And I'm sorry, but I was like, I'm fucking taking it. Because I'm sitting here about to be 42 in less than 2 weeks. And this thing blurs me out. So if they're saying I look the same, I'm taking it. You know, we're not asking any more questions. Quite funny. Oh fuck yeah, that's me right now for food. What did I say about that? I'm all good. I'm bloody brilliant actually. No babe. Yes, I knew you I remembered you were in Gloucestershire. I didn't want to say exactly where you were in case you didn't want me to, but I'm glad to hear you're bloody brilliant. That's brilliant. It was exciting. I know it was pretty surreal because for those that you don't know that, I had always visualized meeting Charlotte right before I got on the train. Like, and I didn't know why it was like, because it could have been when I got off a train, or it could have been on like you know, a random day, like in the middle of a holiday or something. But that is exactly how, and it was exactly before I got on the train. So, I mean, they even chummed me before I went in the barrier to get on the train. So, how weird. So, that is a good example, people, of if you're new to me, I've been working in the public for 11 years, and well, Charlotte, you found me quite early on, eh? Maybe not the whole 11 years, but it's the majority of it, isn't it? Um, and I've had that. I don't know, but I don't know how long I've had that vision. It's definitely at least 6 years that I've had that. Because if I've been doing this on here for 5 years, I think it's been at least 6 years I've had that specific to you. Um, So that's what I mean about that wasn't me visualizing, that was a vision, because it's exactly how it happened. That's why I'm called Crystal Clear Visions. So when I have other things that I see every detail of it, I'm like, right, I'll just wait for that moment. It's worth it. And I've had things like that happen in my life, you know what I mean? It doesn't always happen the way you think it will, but asking and telling. So funny, 21. So 21 is a world card coming full circle. If you know, you know why I'm laughing as well. That I sat at number 18 when I was out with my best pal on Saturday. She chose the table. She always does that. Sat down at the table. In fact, there was only 3 tables in that upstairs bit, and it was 18, which is my number for me. And the last time I was there, we were at a cafe, which was, I think it was actually, I think I hadn't been since October or so, because she'd came through and then and then I wasn't well, and then yeah, we sat at number 21, and these are my numbers for like me and my twin flames, so it's quite funny. Asking and telling. So that reminds me of the song The Scientists. Ask me your questions, tell me your secrets, so let's go back to the start. And then that always reminds me of the end of Wicker Park, which is, oh my god, oh dear, because that's got a cycle in it that keeps them apart. I hope that's not part of it, probably is. Um, and but also there's a very emotional reunion. So maybe there's not like a cycle that keeps people apart, but maybe there is an emotional reunion. But yes, you're going to be asking questions and telling your secrets. That's what the masculine needs to do, is be vulnerable really and open up. Easier said than done, but this emperor's ready to do it, whoever this is. So freedom and sacrifice, yep, because you've sacrificed your own happiness and now it's time to be free. Well, that was quite deep. That was for inner union. And then see how it ties back to that film. I love it. Yeah, it's probably about 8 years. Yeah, I thought it was something about that, like just not the whole type, but a long time. And thank you for coming to meet me because I really appreciate that. Right, okay, so um what's the next one? Right, possible soul retrievals. So I'm going to hurry this a bit because I'm going to go away and I'm going to come back because I've needed a pee for the past half an hour or something. Oh, look what they guided me to actually. That I think that's the first one. Divine inheritance, positive flow. That's funny because I nearly mentioned positive inheritance, divine inheritance when I read that King Solomon card. Yeah, because the Emperor is the guy that well, women are. I mean, I don't want to be one of those people that's like, there's no gender in tarot, because I mean, I actually really do think there is, but I mean, whatever. You can just, it's whatever. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, there's a man on the card, but whatever. But I get what I mean. You know, there kind of is and there kind of isn't. People can do what they want. Um, Divine inherit. I just don't like copying the same shit that everyone else does. But I mean, we've got to be politically correct. You know what I mean? Divine inheritance, positive flow. So yes, this is Mary Magdalene healing Jesus right now. So I do feel that not only do I feel this is going to happen in a union, but I feel you're both going to heal each other and be asking questions and telling your stories and getting to know each other and like properly. But I also feel you're going to I feel someone, the session that you're going to do with me is going to open up some kind of divine inheritance for you. Because, like I said, it's not uncommon that people either come up with a solution to make more money or they come into quite a lot of money. Let's use these cards actually, the business ones. Um, because of my Jupiter and Neptune and Capricorn, it is about money and business and stuff. I'm a good business coach, and in my weird mystical way, I'm a good business coach because I'm a life coach, I'm a shaman, and I'm a medium, and I weave it all together. And at the end of the day, if I don't know the answer, well, ask your guides. You know what I mean? So rekindle an old flame returns. You're worthy. Oh, what? And look at all the roses again. And the rose thing isn't always that much in the shot. There's a lot about roses, and me seeing that on the beach and mentioning that film. And if you weren't here from the start, I spoke about the film, The Best of Me, where it features a lot of red flowers and roses. But it's not always roses though. They pulled me at roses when I said that. And I saw roses on the beaches today, the beach today, and then I pulled the card that said nurture your relationship like blooming flowers. And then look at all those roses. Your worth doesn't depend on the other person, you're worthy. Yeah, masculine, you've always been good enough. So I don't know. So I'm going to, whoever this is speaking to, right? So if this isn't yours, it's not yours. If it's not your person, it'll be, you're going to look right in the camera. Whoever made you feel like you weren't good enough for your feminine, they were wrong. And if that was you, you were wrong. But whoever this is, they're the emperor and they know that now. And they've found their own self-worth. So even if, worst case scenario, the feminine is like, it's too late, this person's found their self-worth and that's the most important thing. Because that's what I say all the time. If you lose everyone else, you should be your own fucking best friend. You know what I mean? And again, that does tie into what I've said about this Holy Week being connected to betrayal and Jesus. Like that, I mean, look at what happened. You know what I mean? You don't need to have read the Bible to know it's didn't exactly end well. It's like someone that's been kind and healing and helped everyone and was betrayed. There was a Judas. So again, watch out for that this week. But it's kind of like, you know, you found your worth. And I do feel, yeah. And so I feel if this is a session, I'm going to be helping you with finding your self worth and a twin flame connection. And somebody actually asked me about that today anyway. But right. I'm on the verge of peeing myself, TMI, but I really am. So let's see what the what would somebody else get in a session? Yang, yeah, masculine energy. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, although it's got a woman on the card, it's like I feel I'm going to be helping a lot of men divine masculines. I can feel a wave of them coming. But there is a woman on the card, and I do primarily help women in masculine energy, but I do help some of the guys too, that are masculine energy. Oh, what? Yin Yang! Oh my, what in the magical bejesus is happening? I put yin yang in the post earlier because I saw a stone that looked like yin yang. I actually see yin yang things everywhere in nature and heartstones, and I saw both today. Look, yin yang! I'll be helping balance your masculine and feminine because that's what I'm here to do and help you go with the flow, your feelings, water. Well, that's nuts. Yin yang, love it. But also because these are astrology business cards, it's like helping you. You need to get in balance with your masculine and feminine to manifest abundance. You know what I mean? In your own way, because everyone does it in their own way. Like I always say, my way is very different. Everybody's way, my way is very different because of the Neptune and Capricorn thing. It is like I have to give out a lot for free, and it's a mixture of paid clients, and it's not always like smooth riding. But again, that is it teach you know, be humble, be grateful, and I don't feel it'll always be that way. Although one a medium did say it would always be that way, but way more people have said to me that it's like round about now things could be very different. So I just stay humble and keep working hard, and if it does this, it's worth waiting for. If it does stay this way, I'm okay. As long as I've got food in the fridge, a roof over my head, and I feel safe and I'm happy in it, you know what I mean? But it would be nice to be able to have my divine inheritance that I do believe I has been held back from me, and so that I can help more people. Basically, your patience will be rewarded. Isn't that magical? That I said that and I pulled out worth waiting for because I was actually finished that bit. That's not just for me. That's for other people as well. If you feel like you've been, because again, you know, I've said this before, but it is true that it's like, you know, it's so many. When I've had personal readings, so many people have said to me that it's actually because whatever my masculine's going through, that's why it's affecting my money. So if you want to fucking sort your shit out, me, that'd be great. But it's, I'm sure he is. But do you mean I do get it? It's like it's because I'm like the kind of mystical, kind of floating in the clouds one, and he's like the kind of down to earth, grounded one. It's like, you know. The scales can tip very easily. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but hopefully they balance. And it's like, look, I'm good at what you're not so good at, and you're good at what I'm not so good at. I haven't got a fucking clue what any of that is, mind you, but I just know that that'll be the case. Like, I really don't know. I'm like, is he messy? Is he tidy? Is he? I don't know. He is tidy, but in a different way. But so the trust in divine purpose. This experience has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you're in a path of growth. But I don't even know which bit we're on now. Oh shit! I didn't reply back to my neighbour. I think I'll just heart it. It's a bit late. Oh no, she's actually only just replied the other minute there, a minute ago. Yeah, I'll just heart it. I'll just heart that shit. Right, okay, so um what's the next bit? Right. It's the fun bit. What happens in the future? Which might not be that far away. Actually, because we're nearly at the full moon, let's shuffle. Come on, full moon in Libra. Wow us. What's coming next? Oh, I just saw conclusions are within reach. What's going to happen in the future? So, what I would really summarize from this, right, is because narcissistic jumped out twice out of all those cards, and if you see it from the start, I called it before it came out. There's also a song on right now called My Brother Jake, called Free. So if there's something to do with someone's brother, or someone's called Jake, there's a lot of names coming out in this one. Um, Welcome, Michael. Michael, see, I have to keep stopping. That is so interesting. Right before you said hi, I just used the Archangel Michael cards, which people wouldn't know, but I know because I just like, look, that's pretty cool. Um, oh, there's oh, there's quite a few of those cards that shouldn't be there. I need you. Your love and powerful light guides me home. Thank you for sending it to me. I do. I feel it and I need it now more than ever. You give me hope that I can be happy again. I'm about to start fucking crying. I'm still healing. Those those cards are quite scary in line with everything that's come through. Oh my god, my brother-in-law Jake who died. All right, Tini, you are just Tini, did I even say hi to you? I feel like I said hi to you in my head. Sorry if I'm like, this is what I do. I'm like, no, I did say hi, didn't I? But I'm like, I don't remember saying your name. But wow, what in the... Were you talking to him when I said to put the thoughts out, the loved ones in spirit? That is... Okay, that is a bit freaky. That is very specific. What did I say the song was called? My Brother Jake. We're gonna need to work with that in the next live stream. Did I not say? Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Tony. Sorry. It's something like it's because I saw your name. Anyway, welcome and wow, wow. Okay, so when I go for a pee and I come back, we're gonna work with your brother-in-law because that is like pretty goddamn gobsmacking actually. And I can't take credit for that. They've made the song come on and I've just looked and saw, but wow. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, don't tell me anything then. Whoa. Right, because I'm nearly at the end of this. What do we need to know? Take what the actual fuck? So it is not the full moon in Libra. People that have been following me for years know, because I've had this deck years ago, I love it when the card comes out when it's the actual full moon or the new moon. And it happens a lot, but it didn't happen this time. But you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they do make me pull it out on Wednesday, the day before the full moon. But this makes perfect sense. We've got full moon in Virgo, right? Which was the one that we just... that was the one that wasn't that long ago, actually. That was the last one. Yeah, that one. Wait a minute, I know it was the last one, but I just want to see what the date was. Yeah, that was the one that was on the 3rd of March. That was the eclipse. So, that one on the 3rd of March was life-changing for this group of emperors, I would say. Like, huge epiphanies, huge discernment. Because the South Node's in Virgo too, I feel it was a releasing past life, karmic vows, karmic relationships, or having clarity on what you really want. Being able to see through the confusion illusion, like a lot of the cards, false twin flame. Oh, that's what I didn't use. But it says take inspired action. That's exactly what this emperor is being guided to do, and what they're ready to do, because they've said they're coming soon. We need to take that with a pinch of salt, though. The amount of times I fucking pull hope coming soon, and like, I'm sure some people do come soon, but some people don't as well. Hold your vision, yeah. If you're the feminine, hold your vision. New moon in Libra, we'll take it. We'll take it. Know you are loved. That's for both people. The masculine had to learn that they're worthy and they're good enough. In general, I don't even just think for this connection that you're worthy and you're good enough. I feel you had, like in that film, I feel you've had people around you that were fucking horrible, basically. I hope nobody's resonating right now, but I have got clients that do resonate. Um, and I feel feminine, know you're loved. If you felt like this person doesn't love you, it's far from that. It's they learned somewhere not to show it, or to show it in a weird way or something, like loving you from afar. It's like that film because you have to, I would really, although it's really sad, I would advise you to watch it because, especially if you had uh, like a teenage romance or a romance when you were younger and then you meet them when you're older again or something, or I don't know what you take from it. I mean, I'm just going to warn you right now, it doesn't end well, and that's not how this story ends. But it's like it was the big, yeah, the bit that kept standing out to me is that the guy thought he was doing the right thing, but clearly if she's still feeling the same 20 years later and she's had a miserable life because she's not been who she wanted to be with, not with a kid, obviously she loves her kids, but it's like he thought he knew best, and so she's really resentful towards him. And then, trust me, when you see how it goes, you're like, you get it. That, you know, fucking depressing. Nicholas Sparks, man. I do love Nicholas Sparks films, but that is a fucker. Um, it's like One Day. Remember, I watched one. I think I watched One Day last year, or was it a year before? I'm sure it was last year sometime. And then it just reminded me why I hadn't watched it for like 10 years. Like, so annoying. Like, you finally get what you want. Oh, I'm not even going to speak that. It's just so annoying. Anyway, take a reality check. Yeah, exactly. Take a reality check. That film's a reality check. Like, I know it's just a film, but it's the fact that it's like, one day you're 22, fucking next day you're fucking 42. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the truth though, isn't it? Whatever, it might not be the exact ages, but it's fucking mental. It does go very quickly. Sometimes life goes slowly and sometimes it goes very quickly. So just, you shouldn't piss about and you should make the most of it with who you want to make the most of it with. And not fucking be an old woman or man being like, I wish I'd chased them. You know what I mean? I wish I'd told them how I wish I just saw if they wanted, if there was a chance. You know what I mean? No, I just was scared and never done anything about it and stayed miserable. I'm not going to be that old lady. I hope you're not going to be that old lady or old man. I know I'm not that old lady. Right, okay, so stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Yep, someone's coming. There's not a lot of cards where there is one person on the card. There's normally quite a lot of people. There's one person. You're on your own. You're not going to be on your own much longer because someone now feels it is safe to love. And yes, they are your soulmate. They are your twin flame and they're ready for the separation to come at an end. Time apart from your partner's on the horizon. There's been enough time apart. And I mean, with me mentioning the 20 years thing, that could be really relevant here. I hope you've not been apart for 20 years. You could have been apart for 15 years, 10 years. This is not shy off how long it's been for me, to be honest. In a roundabout kind of way, like that's. Yes, this is your yeah. So you know that this is your person. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. That's what this masculine group are ready to do. They were terrified before. And maybe you were too. Love is in the air when Cupid's around. I've got the clarity around. Oh, that's again. I'm doing a lot of telepathy tonight. I'm blaming the Mercury in Pisces, but I'm always like that. Because I did actually see that in my third eye, but I didn't say it like I thought it. That when I said about you'd find, I think it was when I was talking about, if you've got responsibilities and that, you'd find if you really wanted it, you'd find a way to make it work. Because how do other people do? Um, Obstacles, because I love that card because it's like the wee sunset and then the happy couple, but it says obstacles. Look for ways around the obstacles to happiness. Like rather than looking for all the excuses why it won't work. Like that's your fear. And and now I'm thinking back to the conversation I had in the car with my cousin a few days ago, which wasn't anything to do well. No, it wasn't anything to do with love as such, but it was like it was catastrophizing a little bit, and it's kind of like I'm grateful that she reminded me of my own beliefs. Um, take time to think about your situation and gain clarity. That's what this masculine's done. So I do feel this masculine has taken a long time because in that film he takes 20 fucking years. But again, if you see the film, he has to go to jail for something he doesn't do. Now, I'm assuming not everybody's person's had to go to jail, although I think somebody, is a good possibility someone's actually has. Um, but it's like this person, well, because that's what happens actually. It's like it just seems like it doesn't matter. If there's been other people, it's like there may as well not have been. Like, she's been the one the whole time. And that's definitely been the case for her about him. But it's just she's fucking angry because he, like, pushed her away. But it's James Marston. He butters her up. She's fine. So, but Master Alchemist, but it's like a really passionate kind of notebook scene. Do you know what I mean? It's kind actually, she says something really powerful. What was it she says again? I feel like I did quote that somewhere. Maybe I quoted it. I think I quoted it in the shorts because I'm like, oh, I've spoke about this, but it was in the shorts that I filmed. I'm sh but did I not film them before she came here? Oh, I don't know. No, I think it was in the short. It was somewhere. Um, she's like, how can I get over you? How can I fall in love with you when I never fell out of love with you? That's what she says. Because yeah, he's like, I just want, I made a mistake, and I just want us to get to know each other again and hopefully fall in love, or something like that. And she's like, how can I fall in love with you when I never fell out of love? And it's really passionate. And she walks away. It's like, fuck you, but you better be following me. Yes, Violet Flame. So calling the Violet Flame, I actually have the Violet Flame in my aura at all times. That's why I always incorporate that in my channeling. But anyone, you can call on the Violet Flame to transmute the energy. And what else is going to happen here? New Year. Now, again, if False Twin Flame Intense Change comes out, Intense Change, that's intense because that's coming out in the shorts. Mission, oh, that one doesn't come out a lot. Mission in Motion. Yes, it is. Mission in, I'm losing my words. Mission in Motion. The Emperor is on his way to honour the agreement. OMG. I pulled, so spoiler alert, right? For the one that I filmed for tomorrow, I only, I meant to do 15 minutes. Of course, it was four sets of 15 minutes. But, um, like, there was two cards that said, one said, shit, I think actually one actually said honor the agreement from a different deck. And then another one said honor the contract. I don't know. They were both very similar wording about honoring a contract. And I basically channeled that someone actually it was quite interesting because it's very similar to this. Like someone had to honor a soul contract with a karmic partner, but specifically a soul contract with like children, however many, like elsewhere. Because that is so many people's soul contracts for a lot of twin flames. But it was also simultaneously like because there was a wee baby on the card, it was like yes, that could be about something in the past or even recent with other people or something, but it's like it felt like it's like this is for some people's future too, so it's not for everyone, but you'll see what I mean with it. But that's definitely in alignment with what the card said for tomorrow. Yeah, look, beyond the illusion. So change your perception. Like someone's changing their perception of how they see this connection, how they see themselves, therefore how they see you, because they've healed. They've healed enough to see that. Yeah, look, transformation battle of the head and the heart. So it does feel like someone that was more like very in their masculine, distorted masculine, making excuses, it's never going to work because of this, that, and blah, blah, blah. It's a nightmare, blah, blah, blah. And now it's like finding the solutions because you've healed and yeah, love it. Beautiful energy. Right, so not too much. Well, there was a lot. Let's face it, there was a lot of toxicity with the narcissist card coming out a few times, but it's definitely been worse. I feel like I'm gonna shovel these actually because this is what it came out of. Let's see if it comes out again. Right, one more card, and then I have to run like fuck for a pee because I'm bursting. And also, this is electric blankets are a weird heat, aren't they? I'm wondering if I've doubled it up, and that's why I'm not feeling. Oh my god, I think I have. That's what I've done. It's like I'm thinking it's very subtle, but it's up. Oh no, I turned it down. I love it though. I'm feeling like you know how I pulled that Queen of Wands, like very royal queen. That's what I'm feeling like right now, with my royal blanket. So there's probably some kind of weird channeled message in that. But do you like how I went matchy matchy with the colours? That's my branding. I either got the electric blue or I got the gold colour, but they didn't have the blue, so I got the gold. But yeah. And it's my best pal that told me this is electric blankets are cheap to run. And I mean, like, trust me, with the fucking storage heat here, that's needed. It's insane. But oh my god, that is roasting. That's too hot. Oh no. I don't is that right? Why is like some parts of it is fucking roasting and the middle part is like lukewarm? Oh. I had an electric blanket when I first moved in here years ago. and it broke. That's basically the story. I don't know if they can be fixed, but I never chucked it out just in case. It was because it was like honestly, it was brown and it was furry and it was really comfy. Like I actually used it for a while even though it was broken. But which I could see me doing that with this actually as well. But anyway, don't you go breaking. Don't go breaking my heart. Right, okay, so anyway. I was gonna shuffle these. Right, so I'm going to pee and I'm going to come back. So please come back for the next one, especially you, Tani, because your brother, is it your brother-in-law, is wanting to come through. So that is amazing. How amazing is that? That is amazing. If you're new around here, that happens a lot. They use the music videos and songs and everything, but the specific with the names are so, oh, it's because it's Virgo moon. See, Virgo is specific, and I am very specific with my channeling anyway, because my Aries sun is in the house of Virgo. But that's why they're very homing in very specifically on the names. Crazy. Stepping stone. Oh my God. Right. I'm sorry. If you're this masculine and you're watching this, or we're sending the prayers out and we're sending the vibes, it's a very clear message. Take inspired action, take the next step, simplicity and focus. And another thing that I haven't actually said is Virgo is about simplicity as well. You know what I mean? Like, keep it simple. Like, don't overcomplicate stuff because the opposite sign of Virgo is Pisces, and that's where you get lost in the sauce, confusion, illusion. It's mystical, magical, don't get me wrong, but the opposite sign of Pisces when it comes to all that would be like, keep it simple, stop overcomplicate, like, stop overthinking. And actually, Virgo is about overthinking as well. Dancing with the stones, movement, teamwork, partnership. Yeah, that's a clear message. It's time to move into this union. It's time to move into this partnership. Um, yeah, and I really need to pee, so it's time for me to pee. My older brother is Michael as well, which you pulled that card out after saying the song about Jake. See, that's amazing. That's very good observation skills because I would never have got that unless you know when I started channeling it and like they tried to tell me something. But I don't think I would have got that to be honest. Like we've all got our limits. That's a bit too perfectionist, I suppose. But that's good that you've pointed it out because that would be why Michael arrived in the chat and why I didn't call him Michael and not his screen name so that you've then so that's yeah we're a teamwork as a soul family here too, but I need to go other or I will be myself. So I'm not gonna let that happen, but we've let the laptop, yes, the laptop's 100%, so I will put that on. No, I'll not put it on now because, well, not that you would pick it up, but someone remind me to put the wee microphone on, just for shits and giggles. We don't need it, but yeah, and I'll see you in a minute. And just like Tani done, when I put out the post, put your thoughts. It's not too late. Put your thoughts out, your loved one in spirit. Because look at that. I'm excited to come back, and you better show up, Jake, because you can't be teasing us like that. Right, right. See you in a minute. Didn't you make a cup of? Would you come back if I was more than a minute? I'm just wondering. But nah, I'll just drink the water. But I'll need to get another one. I was maybe going to make a cup of tea, but I think I'd rather just keep drinking the water. Because I've drank about 1,000,000 peppermint teas. It's giving me a headache. Don't even really like that. I'll just get another bottle of it. Yeah, I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Right. See you in a minute. And yes, prayers for all the unions. This feels, like I said, a lot of it was dark. But it feels like because you've went through so much pain, if this was yours, both people, but there's a lot heavy on the masculine there, you're going to have a magical, mystical, lovely union. Okay, you're telling me, make I see. Yeah, I'm not going to. Thank you for saying that, though. I appreciate that, but I'm not going to because it did. I think I've had too much, so I'm just going to get the water. Right.